Okay, I think you should be able to hear me. Hello everyone. It's a bit of a mess in here. I've literally only just managed to get started. I need to update the team as well. This is the team that played in the last game. But yeah, we're here. We've made it in time. So how are we doing? I hope you're doing okay. You can kind of tell that I've been in a bit of a rush. I can't get Prime Video to work, which has been my main problem. I do have it. I'm not doing it illegally or anything. I do actually have Prime Video, but it's just not working for me, unfortunately. It never does. So Premier League on Amazon, not for me. Not for me. Especially because you get a goal notification before the goal happens. But it should come through now. There we go. Tottenham against West Ham. We will be watching it live just a few minutes until kickoff. So let's see who's going to be our first to get in here. Who's going to be our first few comments today. Literally just walking out. I will let you know when the game started, unfortunately. I don't have my timer with me, but I will let you know when they've started. But for now, I am just going to get the teams updated for you just while we wait for the game to start, which should be in about 2 or 3 minutes time, hopefully. But yeah, a few of you watching already, I really do appreciate that. Hopefully we'll get a few comments in soon, whether you're Tottenham or West Ham or neutrals. Give me your opinions on this game. I do expect Tottenham to win, unfortunately, but I don't know, we turn up against them quite a lot, so who knows, Let's just update that team, because that one is wrong. I will put the Spurs team on there as well today, because obviously when we were playing against Baka Topoli, you don't really know too much about them, but you guys will know the Spurs players, so I will be putting them on there. Mavropoulos has been replaced by Zuma. Zuma's back today. Ario got injured in the warm-up. Emerson is back in for Cresswell compared to that last European game. We've got a lot of games coming up, so I do expect to see some rotation, but for some reason we don't see a rotation very often. Suchek does start, and then Kudus is back in the squad, as is Jared Bowen. So, we've got a Spurs team coming up at the moment. Vicario's in goal for them. Porro is on the right. Udogie on the left. Davies and Romero in the middle. Double pivot of Bissouma and Højbjerg. Kulusevski is apparently playing through in the middle with Johnson on the right. I don't expect that to happen. I think Johnson will go on the wing, and Son is up front. Yeah, they've got Kulusevski at Cam and Celso on the left. I expect that to be the other way around. Pretty strong bench. I mean, Sar's been good this season. Emerson Royale's been a lot better this season. Brian Gill's been okay, and obviously Richarlison always causes problems for us as well. The West Ham side is just going to be up for you in a second. We're going to see that now. So, Fabianski, Kufal, Zuma again, Emerson, Ward-Prowse, Alvarez, Souček, Paqueta, Kudus, and Bowen. Alvarez. So let's just get that in. And there we go. The West Ham team is up. I will try and get the Spurs team for you as well and update it if anyone comes on. So, Spurs, as I said, we are playing apparently a 4-2-3-1, which I wouldn't be surprised about. It's what we've played for the last few games. I've gone out of focus. Let me sort that before I do anything else. Yeah, 4-2-3-1 with Souček at cam, which I find a bit weird. Ward-Prowse a bit deep, which I don't really like. He's a lot better when he's further forward, so I'm not too happy with that, but I don't know. Maybe it will be changed today. Maybe Ward-Prowse will be allowed to get forward. That's why he was so good at the start of the season. His forward runs, arriving into the box late, was very good. And Paqueta, I think, can orchestrate quite well from deep. So I don't really understand why we do that, but it is what it is. Fabianski is back, as I said. First time he's played in quite a long time for us. So hopefully he's got a lot to prove. So hopefully he will put in a good performance. You never know. We are about to get underway here. Zuma is rallying the troops. Yeah, I'm not expecting much from today, but it would be nice to get a result. It would be nice to get a result. Of course it would. So Vicario, Porro. What is his name? The centre-back, what is his name? The bloke always gets sent off. Why can't I remember his name? It's just gone from my head. It's gone from my head. Romeo. Christian Romeo. There we go. Davies. Dogi. Bissouma and Højbjerg. Alright, Tottenham are getting us underway very, very shortly. And by very, very shortly, I mean now. We are underway in North London, okay. As I said, not expecting much, but we always keep the faith. Paqueta, it appears, on the left. Bowen on the right and Kudus in the middle to start with. I'm not against that. I think that'll work a bit better for us than playing Kudus out wide and Bowen in the middle, hopefully. I do need to I'm actually going to keep my phone off in case I get any goal notifications. So I'm going to be reading all of your comments through the YouTube chat today. Bowen with a bit of early hassle there, and we have won it back. Okay, but can we do this for 90 minutes? I don't know. We've already lost the ball. Ward-Prowse should not have played that to Souček there. Son's in. It's a brilliant ball through to Kulusevski. It's a good tackle, I think, by Fabianski. And I think it's going out for a goal kick. Maybe a hint of an offside in there as well. Goal kick's given. They want a penalty. I don't really see anything wrong with that. He's kicked it into Fabianski. So that should be okay. I'm not even sure Kulusevski's onside. Yeah, Kulusevski's offside anyway. By half of his bum. If he had a flatter bum, he'd be onside. But he's offside for me there. And I think Fabianski comes through and wins the ball anyway. But obviously we'll have to check that. Fabianski does win the ball and it is a goal kick. So the referee's made the right decision there. I don't blame him for not putting it back for the offside because it was very, very tight. Okay. Fabianski's distribution is nowhere near as good as Areola's. Well, it isn't normally. It's a good little ball to find Souček there, though. And I think that is probably the best thing to do, is to try and find Souček from this kind of thing. So happy the match is on Prime. Get to watch this week's games. I know, man, it is good for a lot of people. I prefer when it's on Sky BT because it doesn't lag. But I don't mind a bit of Amazon. I think their production and commentary tends to be better than the others. And yeah, a lot of people have Prime Video that don't have the others, so it gives you some Premier League football to watch, which is definitely not a bad thing, is it? Unless you happen to be a Chelsea fan. So hopefully we won't be too far behind here. We won't get any goal notifications before the goals go in or anything like that. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this one. Like, it feels like a bit of a free hit. If we lose, as long as we don't lose heavily, it's not really the end of the world. If we lose 1 or 2-0, it'll be disappointing. But as long as we give a good performance and have enough momentum to beat Fulham, I'm not too bothered about this one. It's weird, because a lot of people get really hyped up for us to play Spurs. When we're at home, I probably do. When we're at their stadium, I'm not really that bothered. Especially when we've got Europe and the Carabao to still think about. Because we are safe. I think the Cup's the main thing to me. If we played them in the Cup, I'd be desperate to win. That's a lovely ball through by Son. Udogi's already causing problems with that pace. He's causing a lot of problems with that pace, actually. Bissouma and Højbjerg, I need to finish off their team, actually. It is Brennan Johnson. Kulusevski, Lo Celso, and Son. But yeah, for any of you that are neutrals, obviously Charlie, I know you are. Just let me know what you think, what you're expecting from this game. I am expecting a Spurs victory. I just want a good performance. But we're in bad. Although we're unbeaten in quite a few, we're in bad form. We're in bad form. Palace were dreadful against us, and we only got a point. Back at Pola, we beat 1-0. We eked past Burnley, so I'm not... Oh, good ball in again from Porro, just too high. Fabianski takes it, but Spurs have started really well. This isn't very encouraging. Obviously, Amoy's game plan against a team that likes to attack, whether it was... You'd seen it probably best against either AZ Alkmaar or Brighton last season. Sorry, Brighton this season, AZ last season. Even if he does think they're inferior opposition, if they love attacking and they like having the ball, he'll let them have the ball and... try and hit them on the break. He does it against any team. Obviously, high line for Tottenham. I think he's hoping that hitting them on the break really could work. Bissouma is finding far too much space in the middle there, though. Alvarez looks leggy. I mean, a lot of these players will be used to playing 2 games a week, but probably in leagues that are a bit less intense if they're new signing. Zuma was not up to that. Højbjerg has kicked the air and then handballed it. Not a good look for him. We've just aimlessly cleared it and they're back on the attack. It's not a good opening 5 minutes for us. They're just finding gaps too easily. Højbjerg finding the channels even. Brennan Johnson in the channels. It's very poor to start off with here from us. Luckily, Lo Celso has tackled his own man and we won the ball back. But Bowen's lost it again already. That was not a free kick, but we'll take a free kick. We kind of need it there to relieve the pressure. This is not very good right now from West Ham. It's not letting me move the chat box, which is really frustrating. Because I want to make that a bit bigger if I can, but it's just not letting me do it. I don't know what's going on with the chat box. There we go, I'll remove it then and see if I can move it. I don't know what's going on with the chat box. I can't do anything to it. So yeah, I can't see your comments that well, unfortunately. It's like Fabianski's going to go long again here, which is expected. He's trying to find Souček and he's trying to knock it onto Bowen. And it has worked perfectly there. That is surely a high foot from a doggy, nothing given. Souček. I don't know what's been given there. It looks like Spurs have got a free kick. They were shoulder to shoulder. I think that was a bit of a weak one, but it's one that the referee's going to give. Just to be safe, I think it'll give one like that. But definitely a hint of high foot there against a doggy. But Bowen needs to try and win it back rather than appealing. If you're going to get the free kick, you'll get it without appealing. It doesn't really change the ref's mind, does it? But yeah, I don't like seeing Paqueta out on the left. Waste a lot of his energy shutting down, which he's actually better at doing in the middle. And they're just playing it around us far too easily here. Emerson caught in a 2v1 there. It's a lovely switch. Brennan Johnson's got time to bring it down, but Kufau is there. Again, no one tracks the overlap. This is really poor. It's only a matter of time before we go 1-0 down at the moment. It is not looking good. It's really not looking good. Oh dear. This is a very, very poor start from us. I mean, Lo Celso again, they're just finding so much space down the sides. So much space. And the one thing about watching this West Ham team is meant to be that we're solid defensively if we don't play the best football. But this is not solid in the slightest at the moment. Spurs are just slightly overhitting the final ball, and that's why we're getting away with it. But this is not... It's not looking good if it carries on like this. Hopefully we'll grow into the game, and that 10-minute spell after half-time where we always concede, I'm not looking forward to that. But we've got to hope that Mr. Moyes has something up his sleeve here. Oh, I've gone through the channel again. Good block, Alvarez. But yeah, we can't keep the ball for more than about 5-10 seconds at a time. Kudus has got a thankless task up there, but I do fancy him to have one chance and one goal. Højbjerg into the box. They play back out. It's just too good from Spurs at the moment. Not that they're playing the best football in the world. They're playing nice, slick, attacking football, but we're not really giving them too much to think about at the moment, which is the problem. Again, it's just a simple give and go. That's a great tackle again by Alvarez. He needs to get up now. Paqueta turns, free kick, well won. But if I've gone to the game, I am not going to be... If I'm at the game in the West Ham end, I will be feeling pretty nervous right now. I'm pretty nervous at home anyway. Ange looks pretty pleased with himself. I mean, I think you would if you were a Spurs fan after the opening 7 minutes. Obviously, they'd want to get that goal, but... 50... Okay, 10% possession. Go on the Moyes ball. Mr. Moyes has done it again. 10% possession. 10%. Not great. We're just trying to find Bowen with a crossfield ball every time. Odogwu did well there. That was slightly behind him. Kufal very far forward, unfortunately. And another weak free kick goes Tottenham's way. Don't recognise this ref, actually. Don't know who it is. Have another look at that one there. That is a bit weak. It's more of a coming together than anything else. Lo Celso was looking for it. I can see why it's given. It's not the end of the world. But yeah, one pass there to Højbjerg has cut about 3 players out of the game there for us. That's just not good enough. Brennan Johnson is on the left, and Lo Celso does seem to be running between the 2 channels in the middle, as we expected, rather than it being Kulusevski. They're pushing very high up now. Kulusevski's almost a second striker. With us, it's 4-5-1 really at the moment. Paqueta's actually doubling up on the left to make it a 5-4-1 at times as well with Emerson. Poor touch from Brennan Johnson, but he has kept it on there. Just try and stand him up, Kufal. I'm going to keep commentating rather than just reacting because it makes me slightly less nervous. It makes me feel like I have some kind of control over what's happening when I certainly don't. But yeah, it's just a 2v1 on the wings all the time. Son's drifted out now. Souček started playing basketball and the ref has waved play on. Obviously, I want decisions to go our way, but Souček has just stopped his... Souček's just moved his arm out and batted it down. Luckily, it was outside the box, or that would have been checked for a quite obvious penalty, but yeah, I don't know how the refs missed that one. The line was on the other side, so I kind of understand why he has, but I don't know why Souček's done that. That's just so stupid, mate. Space out wide again. This is not looking good. I've said that too many times already. It's cut across. Again, get there. Good. Paqueta's tried to control it in his own box. Luckily, he's got away with it, and I think Agüero is going to have to go long here before he loses it. Luckily, Agüero is quite good with those long passes, and he's found the best space to clear it into there. No one forward for us, so everyone was back, so we had no out ball. I'm going to have a sip of water because I haven't yet. And as I say that, 2v1 down the channel again. Spurs put it across again and they get their first corner. This is just too easy. Just a 2v1. Simple give and go and they're in. They don't have to do anything else. This is extremely poor at the moment. Tottenham have apparently already had a corner. This is their second of the day. It's just, they shouldn't be getting into the box that easily. It's good that it's been blocked, obviously, but they shouldn't be getting that far that easily. Even getting it into the channels. There's no kind of competition and Spurs have scored. It's Romero. Oh, dear. It was coming. It was certainly coming. Yeah, this is looking like a very long night. This is looking like an extremely long night. Romero gets the first goal of the day. And it's, Tottenham have played good football. We deserve to be 1-0 down. We absolutely deserve to be 1-0 down based on this. Absolutely. Literally couldn't have been much easier. Romero's there. I don't know who's marking him. He's actually scuffed the header and it's gone in. That wasn't really the connection I think he was trying to get on it, but it's beaten Fabianski with its placement rather than its power. Again, isn't close enough to him. Alvarez is behind him. Yeah, and it's in the corner. You're not saving that. It doesn't seem to be what was intended. Fabianski smacked into the post as well after, which is not good. Tottenham away ain't for everyone. Nothing's for us. Mr. Moyes doesn't want anything to be for us, Jack. You did play against 9 men though, and that does help. That does normally help. But this is going to be 5 or 6-0. Or it'll be like the game a few years ago. We'll let them go 3-0 up before we start playing. And then there'll be absolute tech. But yeah, they're pressing really high. We seem to have moved up the pitch a little bit, but Moyes' game plan is out the window because we're behind, which means we might have to play some attacking football. Oh my god. We've strung together more than 3 passes. That's good. I need to update the score. Bowen with a touch there. I'm just going to let this run, just in case. Kudus is offside in the middle. Kufal for some reason crossed it to him anyway. He was miles off. I don't know why he's done that. That was quite obvious. Yeah, cheers, Lino, for the flag. We will unfortunately update to Tottenham being 1-0 up. Had 9 men Savora, yeah. Nicholas Jackson with the most scuffed hat-trick of all time that day. I like Kudus to do the same. Ben Rama hat-trick. Let's make it happen. Let's make it happen. Divine Mabama even. That'd be better. But well, at least we've had a shot. That's where we are now. That's where we are. It's just, I don't know what we're trying to do here. We're trying to absorb pressure, but then we're not defending well. And if you can't defend well, you might as well attack. Paqueta is meant to be dropping in for a 2v1, but to make it a 2v2, but he's still not doing that well enough. Spurs are just happy to knock it about a bit now, and I don't think that's the best option for them. I think they should go for more while they've got their tails up. If they kind of sleepwalk through at 1-0, then we could still nick something. Souček's basically playing as a right mid at the moment. It's very hard to work out what we're actually trying to do. It is down to 4-2-3-1 with Souček actually further back than Ward-Prowse today, but none of it's working. I can tell you that. Good tackle by Emerson. He's starting to grow into it a bit. He had a poor start. Should get a free kick there. He was held back quite a bit, and he does get the free kick eventually. Good spot there from the ref. Kulusevski just with a dive, just in case. Just to try and convince the ref. But yeah, he's had a hack at him there. He's got away. Kulusevski does come back, and then just chucks himself on the floor. Oh, good little Trivela there. Played it into Kudus. He's done very well to keep the ball there. Very strong against Davies. And he is putting Romero under pressure. Spurs are vulnerable at the back. Maybe hitting them is the best option, but now they are trying to break away. Emerson's nowhere to be seen. Kulusevski's going to try and find... Oh, no, he's gone to the far side. It's Brennan Johnson. Great block, Kufal. Oh, my God. Yeah, it's very difficult to try and work out what system we're playing here. Obviously, you want it to flow throughout the game. You don't want to play rigid the whole time, but... I couldn't actually tell you what we're trying to do. Kudus is going to make himself a nuisance. You can tell that already. What minute are you in? 14.5. I'm on 14.30 now, mate. So probably a little bit behind, obviously, because you've got it coming... I'm watching it probably at the same time as you, but obviously you've got it like going through my field. It's got to like be processed by my thing and then streamed to you. So it's probably about 20 seconds behind. Kudus has lost one of his boots. I think it's been split open. I don't know. I'm hoping we have a replacement, or we're going to be in big trouble. I'm just going to watch that goal again. The more I watch it, the more intentional it does look. At first, it looks like he has kind of scuffed it up in the air a bit more than he wanted to, but it is right in the corner. It's a brilliant header. But I mean, there's two defenders on him, and they both get nowhere near the ball. Spurs are on the attack again now. Yeah, I'm about 30 seconds behind. Yeah, I'm not surprised about that. That is probably about right. That's not too bad, actually, compared to what it could be. Kulusevski's just trying to look for a ball there. He's gone back to Romeo. Spurs comfortable again here. That may be offside. They get the shot off and it goes through to Fabianski. I'm not sure. It looked like one of their players was going to touch it and he left it. So, yeah, not sure. But it's in Fabianski's hands now. I am okay with Agea playing it out from the back. He doesn't need to be the man we give it to most of the time, but he's just giving the ball away there. I don't know what he's trying to do. We're literally kicking the ball away. There's no attempt to try and keep it. We did try for about 30 seconds after the goal, and it worked okay, but we're literally just booting it long to no one. I don't think this kind of football is inspiring for anyone. Moyes is a very good cup manager, yes, but in the league, it's not good, and Kulusevski could be in for two here. Son's gone for the shot himself. Very, very selfish there. The rain's starting to come down quite a bit as well. Extremely selfish for him. Kulusevski was probably in there and at a better angle. They did stand off Son and let him shoot and he didn't catch it properly at all. We know Son can score from there, but luckily he didn't really get behind it. Win probability, 9% for West Ham. That is optimistic. I will take 9%. I will certainly take 9%. That is our throw-in as well in the opposition half. Can't wait for Kufal to launch it into the box from 40 yards. With a throw, that is. He takes a long throw, but he never actually reaches the box. He never reaches Souček with him. We tried it again there, onto Bowen. I think teams have finally cottoned on to that. Paqueta was in a great position there. He didn't get the ball. Someone's boots on the floor again. It's the Celso this time. He's not complaining, no, to be fair to him. We are just going to play on. Emerson's got it inside here. Emerson has a go from a long way out. And it's blocked, but there we go. We've had more than 5 touches of the ball. As I say, that Paqueta loses it. Under no pressure. He takes a poor touch. Kulusevski nicks it off him. And Spurs will break. That's just so annoying. He's been so poor recently. Played out of position, yes. But he's played in that position before in quite a few games and done well. So I think it is a combination of the position and just a bit poor form from him. He will come back though, we know it. Paqueta's patchy. When he's back, we will be unbelievably back. European knockouts, right? He will be there. Spurs just settling at the moment, just slowing it down a little bit. Still getting forward, but at a slower pace. Kulusevski tries a flick, and then again had time on that, and he's just hooked it away. There's no effort to try and keep the ball here at all. There is literally no effort to keep the ball. This is very poor. It's very poor. Alvarez gets it away. And now Kudus is a man that will drive at them. He looks like he's running in treacle at the moment, but he's trying his best. He gives it to Paqueta. Go on, give it back. Give and go. Give and go. Paqueta's tried to play for a gap that isn't there, but we've got it back from a deflection. Go on, Kudus. Oh, great feet. Great feet. He's found Paqueta again. Bowen is lurking at the back post. Kudus could be in here, but I think he's offside. And it is a West Ham United corner. Probably our best chance of scoring a goal. It'll go onto the front post and Souček will be standing around there. I have said before, and I'll stand by it, at some point in this season, I do reckon Ward-Prowse will score directly from a corner. I do think it will happen. I don't think it'll be today. I don't think Vicario will have his positioning poor enough for that. But I think it will happen at some game. During some game it will happen. Maybe Man United at home. He's going to score. Okay, here we go. First corner of the day. Zuma is on the goalie. He's offside if we score probably. Oh, he's been flapped at. And I think a goal kick has been given to Tottenham. I think Zuma got there first. It was into a great area actually. Yeah, Zuma's got there. Vicario's just kind of put his hands around... Oh, I'm going to say around his face, not in his face, because it wasn't a foul. But he's kind of got his hands in the way enough to put Zuma off. So, not the best defence of a corner there from Spurs. But they are on the attack now with Son. I think Aguirre is quick enough to get there. He is. Spurs get the throw in, but Aguirre with a good recovery run there. I mean, Spurs are still playing very similar to how they did under their previous managers. They do play very good football. But when they need a goal, at the end of the day, it is long and hope that Son gets there. But it's very effective. So, I mean, you can't really knock him for doing something that works. If that worked for us, then we would be doing it. We're doing it when it doesn't work for us. Kudus does have something here for him, though. Paqueta is struggling because he doesn't have the pace to get past his man, which is why he should be in the middle, really. But Spurs have just cannoned it into feet there. And got really far forward. They're on the edge of the box now. Brennan Johnson tried to think about shooting it. Lo Celso has hit it, and yeah, he caught it okay, but it's floated like quite comfortably over the bar. Just not good enough again. Once they got to the edge of the box, we defended okay, but then being able to cannon it forward, bypass our midfield into a bloke's feet straight away, that is extremely poor. Zuma is now taking our goal kick, so I presume he's going to knock it back to Fabianski. He has. And now Fabianski boots it long. What is the point of that? I don't know. That just doesn't make sense to me. It just means Zuma's got to stand further back. I really don't understand that. If anyone in the comments knows why they do that. Because Fabianski's taken the kick anyway. Whether it's so he's got a little bit of roll on it, I don't know. But it doesn't really make too much sense to me. And I've never seen us do that with Areola in goal. If we do, we let Areola dribble. Kulusevski goes down there, no one near him. But the ball's gone back to Tottenham. Udogie has found Brennan Johnson again with no one near him. Bowen, I think, is a little bit too far forward, actually. Bowen is very good for his defensive work. We've got Kudus forward, got Paqueta forward. Bowen we can afford to get back. Even when we have played better football in the last few seasons, Bowen has been getting back. So he's the one where if we want to play more attacking, he's the one that probably still has to push back a little bit because he is good at it. Souček just gets half a foot on that. There is a bit of obstruction. There's bodies flying all over the place. Spurs have got it back just on the edge of our half. But yeah, we can't hold on to the ball at all. And Spurs are finding gaps that should never be there. Should never be there. Good tackle again by Alvarez. He's doing okay, but it's all last ditch. It's all last ditch. Zuma waits for Fabianski, and Fabianski doesn't do anything. Did this team even train together? Did this team even work as a team? They don't know. It's like they don't know each other at the moment. This is completely like you're playing like five-a-side with your mates for the first time. And you're still trying to work out how each other play. Some of these players have been in this team for years. Lovely touch there by Paqueta. Tries to give and go with Kudus. Does get a free kick. Kudus has got Davies, by the way. He's got him in his pocket. Kudus does have the beating of Davies every single time. Romero probably will have to step across and intervene. And they will be able to because we don't have many forward. But if we manage to isolate Davies one-on-one, I think that is probably our best chance. That is a lovely crossfield ball to Kufal. Again, he's crossed it to someone who's offside. This time it's Bowen. And the flag does go up. We're offside every single time it goes forward. When we do get into those positions, Kufal doesn't even look. They're not like miles and miles offside, but you can see it with a naked eye. And he plays the ball anyway. Obviously, he's on the pitch, different angles and that. But it is quite obvious that they're offside. Kudus and Bowen have both done it now. I think Kudus has done it twice, Bowen's done it once. And they don't have to be standing that far forward. If the ball is good, it will still find them. And Kufau has been putting in decent passes. So it's a bit annoying, really. We're just throwing away opportunities like that. But we're a quarter away through the game now. We're on to the 23rd minute. 1-0 to Tottenham. Probably should be more. They've taken their foot off the gas there, and that's a poor ball. They have let us into the game a little bit. I did say they should have probably kept at it, because if we go 2-0 down, we're just dead. We don't even try and get back into the game normally. But we are still in it at the moment. We're starting to show a few signs of life, which is good. That's a lovely little ball to try and find Bowen. A doggy has to put it out, and we do get forwards. See, as long as the pass is good and there's someone there, they have to do something with it, and we will normally get up the pitch. It's the aimless passes that are nowhere near anyone that are causing frustration at the moment. Kufau doesn't have anyone in a 5-mile radius to pass it to, so we do that long ball over the top to Bowen again, which was very effective last season. But I've already said tonight, teams have started to realise what we're doing. That's a lovely ball in by Kudus, headed away. There's a few players around, none of them could get there. Dreadful from Alvarez there. He had like time. He had time there over Kulusevski. He was in a better position than Kulusevski. Doesn't get anything. Kudus wins it back. They want a free kick. Kudus has to go from range. A lot of backspin on it. Vicario managed to steal it quite well, actually. Kudus is the spark at the moment. Kudus is the man that's trying to make something happen. He's playing just as well as he normally would up front. Bowen is still quite poor on the right, but he's been pinned back a bit by having to defend. But with Bowen, 1 chance, 1 goal. That's what we'll get from him. He will get his 1 chance, and it will be a good chance. Alvarez picking it up here. Okay, he's found Paqueta. We are starting to play okay. We're starting to play okay. I was going to say cooking it. We're not cooking in any way. But we're starting to play okay. Still a bit easy. Alvarez is just pushing up really far. I've never understood that. It's happened for the last few games. He's the one pressing. Brennan Johnson has just got in straight through the middle. There is no one near him. They've played it out to Kulusevski. He tries to cut it back. Souček gets in the way. What was that about? They've literally, from their own half, they've played it into the striker's feet and he's through on goal. That's really unlucky from Kufau. Poor deflection there. Lets it go back to Udogie. Just stay in the way. Just stay in the way, Bowen. Oh, that's poor from Alvarez. They get the shot off. Alvarez just didn't shut him down. Pedro Porro was, but Alvarez was he's just wandering there. He gets across eventually, but he started running too late, and that was not that far away. It was curling away from Fabianski too. Yeah, it's not looking good, bruv. It's not looking good, bruv. My lips are starting to back up. Need a bit of lip balm at this time of the year, lads. This is very important, okay? Very important stuff to do. Anyway, back to the game. Now that my lips look really shiny. They've tried to play it in again. They're way too much on it. The fact that ball through the middle of our 2 centre-backs is on most times is really worrying. It really is. Emerson's made a great run there. Højbjerg with the most deliberate handball of all time. Apparently it was Kulusevski. I'd argue that's booking worthy. That's naughty. That's naughty. Yeah, obviously at how far back it is, that's not going to be given. But Kulusevski's already committed a few fouls. Son pressing the goalkeeper really high there, as if we weren't going to boot it along anyway. Another double deflection falls to Udogie. That's happening far too much. And then it goes off to Basuma. They could be in for 2 here. Great goalkeeping, Fabianski. I was going to say defending there. Obviously it is defending, but he is a goalkeeper, so it's a difficult cross. It's far away from him. He catches it. It goes up in the air a bit, but he manages to hold on really well, recovers really well. So good, solid goalkeeping there. He wasn't going to do anything about the goal. Fabianski's been okay so far. The communication with Zuma's been a bit off at times, but he hasn't been bad. He hasn't been bad. How are you feeling in the chat? Guys, how are we feeling in the chat about this? From either side, or obviously from the neutral perspective, which will be most of you. I don't know why Piquet's headed that back. Emerson's under massive pressure. He slipped as he's kicked it, but Kufau, in absolute acres, has now got the ball. Too early to Bowen, should have let him run. And we've got an overlap as well. This is positive. Kufau is not going to get there, mate. You'll think he's a lot faster than he is. But we get the corner. And the first corner in was good. And what I've got to say is that Ward-Prowse is... Oh, Kufau's clattered into the advertising holding. Got Kufau on the back of the shirt today. They've given a goal kick. Oh dear. Yeah, I was pretty confident that was going to be a corner. Zuma's just left one on the Celso there. Refs told him to calm down. That could have been a booking because that was absolutely uncalled for. But the ref lets him get away with it. That's the one where if he did that in like the 75th minute, he'd be booked. Just stop the corner, please, Kufau. He's done well. Tried to find Suchak as well. He's done well. The flag's gone up anyway. We have settled a little bit. We still look poor. I think the best thing I can say so far is that they could be outside and they're not. They seem to have got off the gas a little bit. Will Spurs score again? Probably. But can I see us scoring? I actually can a bit. It will have to be through Kudus or Bowen. But there's starting to be a few gaps. We're starting to double up on the Dogi as well. And it's working okay. Stuff's happening. It's not particularly good, but there's something happening now at least. Signs of life. Oh, that's terrible. That is awful. From Paqueta, he's just headed it onto one of their blokes. He tried to keep it in. He's played us into massive trouble there. Massive trouble. And okay, everyone has got back, but Spurs are still on the attack. From our own goal kick, we played them straight into the attack. It would have been better for Paqueta to let that go. He headed it onto, there was no one around, and Kulusevski just ran in. Luckily, we've got literally everyone behind the ball now. But that means if we clear it, we've got no one to give it to. Well done, Suchek, getting in the way again. Bowen just has to be careful there, because there's so many bodies that Spurs get in the box. It feels like you're like close to conceding a penalty every time. They just have so many bodies in the box, you've got to be careful. But that's a great tackle from James Ward-Prowse, I believe. And he's got a lot of space out there. Can he find Kudus, who's getting away from Romero? We've decided to switch the play to Paqueta. He's in Akers. It's a dreadful touch. He's been crap today. Last few games he has been, but he's got to sort it out. I know he's out of position, but playing on the left doesn't mean that you can't control a football properly. And he hasn't for about last 3-4 games. He's been one of our worst players. Dips in form happen, yes, but it is a bit worrying when he makes us tick so much. Lovely little run here from Emerson again, moving in. I think Kudus is offside. Kudus will shoot, and Kudus has shanked it anyway. Absolutely shanked it. He was offside. I think he knew he was offside. But you got to hit the target just in case anyway. Yeah, he's definitely offside. He's quite far offside. But hit the target. You don't know if someone's behind you and onside. Like, someone's behind you playing you on, do you? I've just got a like on the stream. Thank you for that. This is starting to get a bit better, as I said. And by a bit better, we are like making an effort to attack. It's just a shame we didn't do it at 0-0. Because we set a precedent for this game and we were just going to stand there and take it when it wasn't. That was never going to work. That was never going to work. But yeah, now we're 1-0 down. Spurs have like eased off a bit, yes, but just us holding on to the ball a bit better and actually making an effort to get forward has worked so much better. But we need to stop trying to accommodate Suchek, man. Give Ward-Prowse a go at Cam. That was tight, but we have got thrown there. Maybe give Ward-Prowse a go at Cam, because he started the season there and was brilliant. Paqueta moves back. Play someone else on the wing. I wouldn't mind it being Cornet, because he's put in a few performances and maybe warrant him getting a bit of game time. But it'll probably be Ben Rama if they do that, which I'm not particularly happy with. We do need to sign a left winger, don't get me wrong, unless we can get Kudus to play there, but everyone says that he can't play there, although I don't think anyone's ever seen him play there. Maybe he can, who knows? Like, maybe he can. I mean, he's left-footed, so he shouldn't be too bad. Paqueta manages to get it back through a deflection there, but it's just lazy from him again. That looks like it's gone off, apparently not. Good bit of skill from him, just doesn't get away. Like, see, when he's in form, he would get away there. It's just not falling for him at times at the moment, but it's still like we're improving a bit. We are improving a bit. If we go into half-time 1-0 down, I wouldn't be that upset. If Spurs score in about the next... Well, if Spurs score before half-time, especially if they're playing quite casually as they are at the moment, I won't be happy. But there's a chance for us to maybe get a goal back before half-time as well, because they are a little bit out of their rhythm at the moment. But we have seen they have still made a few chances. That's quite tight on the offside from Kulusevski, but I think he is on. They've tried to find Højbjerg there. It's a great tackle again from Alvarez. But they've got those CDMs. They've got one of those two holding players. Normally Højbjerg, it has been Bissouma once or twice, just trying to get into the channels. I think Paqueta's got a problem here. I actually think he's time wasting, but who knows? I do think he's time wasting. I don't think much happened. I may be wrong about that, but this happens every game. This happens absolutely every game. Normally you'd be trying to stunt Spurs when they're having a good spell, but they're not having a particularly good spell at the moment. They are talking to 4 nows. 4 nows, oh dear. Yeah, I mean, people said he was okay against Palace. He played for 5 minutes. You can't really draw too many conclusions, but he's a man that always turns up. They're putting some kind of shaving foam on Paqueta's leg at the moment. Legs are too hairy, that's the problem. But just nothing going on at the moment. Just nothing going on. It's better than them scoring, I guess. But this is not very good from us. Not something that I'm going to be happy with. Paqueta has eventually got up. I do think he was just trying to waste time. But as I said, it doesn't really make that much sense when Spurs aren't like really in the ascendancy at the moment, and we're not. We're playing okay. I don't know why Paqueta went that. Like, surely he must actually have some kind of issue, but he does this so often that I don't believe he does. Oh, Kufau, that's a poor touch from him. The shot is kind of batted away by Fabianski though, but it's just poor again. It's so sloppy. It's like they haven't been on the training pitch. Paqueta is going to be waved back on now, I believe. No, they're still waiting because the ball is over on his channel at the moment. And that means that we don't have the 2-on-2 that side and they can overlap. Souček with a dodgy pass back to Fabianski. He manages to get it clear. Oh, God. And now we're back to all being in our own half. Surely that's 30 seconds now, ref. Is he back on? Yes, he is. Yeah, I don't think he was injured. I'll put that out there. I don't think he was injured. Good little ball through there. Through the gap. Again from Tottenham. If it was from you, I'd be a lot more excited. But then they're just trying to keep the ball at the moment. They're still fashioning opportunities, but they're being a bit more cultured, a bit slower about it. And I don't blame them. I don't blame them at all. But yeah, I think Davis is probably the weakest spot in their team. If Kudus can try and isolate him, he does have the beating of him. So that is probably our best option at the moment. But yeah, we're all in our own half at the moment. There's not really too much going on. Spurs happy to knock it about. Us trying to keep our shape. We're trying to press without wasting too much energy. And Kufau could get it here. He doesn't, but he's managed to make sure their pass is off target. Poor from Kudus, but we've picked it up. Go on, Kudus through the gap. You see him, lovely ball. Oh, he just couldn't get there. Bowen trying to make stuff happen. Kudus just couldn't make it stick to his boot there. If he could, he had clear space in front of him and Paqueta on the other side. Those are the differences in these games. If you're going to play this kind of football, those little half chances, you need to get something from them. You need to make them count. And I say half chance there because that is a half chance for us, getting into their half on a good break and just losing the ball. There was definitely a good opportunity there. We just haven't taken it. Kulusevski is offside. Flag doesn't go up. I'm pretty sure he's offside. I could be wrong, obviously. He's going to try and play it through the gap. No, Kulusevski's still trying to jink through. Good little ball from him. Souček clears and the flag doesn't go up. But I was pretty confident he was offside there. They've played it through to, someone. I don't even know who that is. That's Brennan Johnson. I was going to say Son, because I saw the back of Son's shirt. It's not Son. He should have done a lot better there. That was actually a big chance. That was a big chance for Brennan Johnson. He's just passed it to Fabianski. They're all on side. In the middle, again, Son's actually slightly off. He's just passed it to Fabianski. We've got away with another one there. This is, I think, some of the worst defending I've seen from us. I've just seen a few more of the Spurs chances that they perhaps should have done better with. And we are lucky to be 1-0 down at the moment. We are... Well, obviously Spurs have been wasteful. We're 1-0 down, and we are lucky it's only 1-0. As Kudus runs forward, he gets away from his man again. That is a really, really under-hit pass. Paqueta back into the middle a bit now. Alvarez at cam. I don't know what's going on. Emerson moving up a bit. Seemed to have jinked the system since that injury. Maybe that is why he went down, was to try and get us back into David Moyes to sort something out. It's a good ball across Vicario with a good dive. I'm not sure if Bowen was on side, and it does eventually go for a Spurs goal kick. But anything that we do is coming down the right-hand side at the moment. Mainly through Kufau, actually. Bowen was on there. It was a good ball. Vicario probably should have caught that. But We're getting up the pitch now. We are giving it a go in the last few minutes for half-time. And that is a good ball from Emerson. Paqueta has tried. Oh, that is awful again, but it's poor. It's even poorer from them. Here's Bowen. Come on. Make something happen. It won't go for the corner, I don't think. No, it's been caught by Vicario. A few errors from Spurs in the last few minutes. That was really poor from us, but then Højbjerg kind of fell over the ball. Gave us a little half chance, but the crossing was really poor from Paqueta again. He's just been awful today so far. But he was terrible against Olympiacos and scored a very, very important goal. It's happened a few times this season. Bad game and then he scores out of nothing. So hopefully it's one of those where he ends up scoring and not just a generally bad game. But it could be 2-0 here. Oh, Højbjerg's gone down for no reason. That is a lovely little flick from Paqueta. Bowen is desperately trying to stay on side. Emerson's wasting time. Bro, you've got to go forward. What are you doing? What are you doing? You had so much time to think about that and you've still lost the ball. And they could be in here. Aguirre gets across. They're going to get a corner. Oh my God. What on earth is Emerson doing? But yeah, Alvarez is trying to get out of the way. They've crashed into each other. It's just a give and go. Alvarez is trying to get out of the way, I think. Not going to get anything for that. Well, you shouldn't get anything for that anyway. Tottenham at home haven't had a few interesting decisions at their stadium this season, both for and against them. But yeah, not going to get on there, luckily. It's another corner. We know what happened from an earlier corner. This one's a very poor delivery, though. Alvarez and Zuma have gone up against each other for it. There was actually time to bring that down, even if they wanted to. But I understand not risking it in your own penalty area. But Zuma will get another ball to the edge of the box here. Romero's going to have another go. Lo Celso with the cross. Oh, there's a man at the back post. Well done, Fabianski, but he's got to get up and hasn't. It's hit someone else. Pinball in the area. Bissouma with a shot over the bar. Oh, my God. I want to have a lie down. We haven't even got to half time yet, guys. I'm just going to watch the rest of it from here. Oh, we've still got 5 minutes of this to sit through before I get a break. Plus injury time, and there will be 1 or 2 minutes of that. But it remains Tottenham 1, West Ham 0 for now. But it does seem only a matter of time before it's 2. But yeah, if this is still the scoreline in the 70th minute, I'll start fancying us for a point. I will. Spurs need to get out of sight or they're going to do the most Spursy thing possible. Fabianski probably looking for Souček again, I'm guessing. No, he's found Alvarez, actually. Bounce just doesn't fall for Ward-Prowse, unfortunately. Højbjerg manages to get there. Yeah, and yeah, Udogie is playing very inverted today, actually. Emerson's been doing the same for us recently. A lot of people want to emulate that Guardiola fullback inversion, but no one does it quite the same way. It's more just kind of like an underlapping run, rather than them actually playing in, like, settling into midfield. But Spurs starting to come forward again with a little bit more about them now. Starting to get back into that rhythm from early game, which is not very good for us, of course. Not too much to say at the moment. Kuda's just losing it too easy there. He has won a free kick, though. There must have been a foul there from Bissouma. That was quite easy for the referee to see, so I'm assuming he trod on him rather than the ball. We'll get a replay of that now. We're on 41 minutes, 21 seconds for anyone who needs to know. That is a free kick. He did get the ball, not the man. He got the man, not the ball, sorry. So there you go. Yeah, I was criticising Kudas there, but he has actually been fouled. Paqueta, I think, is on side. We've gone for another long ball. If he brings it down, who's there to give it to? He's decided to head it again. When Paqueta's confident, he will chest that, which suggests to me that he's very much not confident at the moment. Alvarez in the middle, easy ball. There we go. Start settling a little bit now. We've gone for a long ball again. Kudas is out there. Kufal's with him. Underlap from Kufal. Kudas, have a shot from the edge. No, it's not on anymore. Oh, what are you doing, mate? What are you doing? Paqueta's miles off. Hasn't interfered. We're going to play on. We're getting into good areas and then we just stop. Literally, we stop playing. Or wait for someone to run on offside and then try and pass them the ball. There's just, again, it's like I haven't trained. Genuinely. Mainly with the defenders, because the attacking's been poor for weeks, but it's just not good enough. Zuma needs to try and get across here to stop Johnson. Okay, well cleared again. Okay, we're starting to have a few counters. Spurs do want to get that second goal before half time. That is a quite obvious foul by Doggy. He's got to be close to a yellow card now. I say him, Kulusevski, and maybe Kufal as well, probably getting close to a yellow card. The amount of fouls that they've made. Obviously, when he gets past half time, yeah, that's quite definitely a foul. It's just pushed him in the back. Textbook one for the ref there. Again, I don't recognise this ref. Like, who is he? Who is he? Who is he? Rain's absolutely pouring down now. We mustn't forget, guys, it has been raining. We mustn't forget. We go for the same crossfield ball as we do every time. Paqueta brings it down this time, as I said he should have done. He's got no overlap, though. Just easy ball back to Ward-Prowse and then move. Too slow. Far too slow. Far too... Oh, my God. You're letting Souček turn. Oh, no. That could have gone wrong. It's actually quite a good ball to Kufal. Can he get there? Yes, he has got there. Go on, Kudus. Go on, Kudus. He takes a bit too long about it. That is awful, Paqueta. Use your feet. You're a Brazilian. You're Brazilian's number 8. You're Brazil's number 8. Control the ball when there's no one near you. That is wasteful. That is very wasteful. Kudus has done brilliantly there. Just too strong for Davies. He's done him again. Unmarked at the back post. Just volley it. You're not going to score with a header for there. Even if it's on target, you're not going to get enough power. What's he trying to do? He's dropped an absolute disaster class so far today. That's a massive opportunity. Control it or even volley it first time. You had so much time on that. No one near him. Bowen in the middle can even give him a shout. Even if he gets it on target, you're not going to get, from that kind of angle, enough power on a header to score. I just don't... Mate, if they score from this as well... If they score from this as well, it's going to be so annoying. They're on the edge of the box at the moment, Spurs. They're just trying to fashion a good opportunity. They're quite happy to just knock it about until that opportunity comes. They're quite patient, which, to be fair, I do respect. Again, has managed to hook it clear, and there's no one up there. That's just so annoying. That is so annoying. And, again, you can't tell me that's because he's playing on the left. You can't tell me that's because he's playing in the wrong position. It doesn't affect your ability to control the ball and shoot. He would probably be in that same position if he was playing centrally as a cam. So wasteful. And Spurs have a big opportunity to make it 2 here. Beren Johnson scuffs it again. He's dropping a prime side Benrahma performance so far today. He's a much better footballer than side Benrahma, but he's just not at it so far. Obviously things can change, but he's getting into the positions. If he gets his shooting boots on, we could be in trouble. Apparently that stayed on. Everyone stopped because they thought it had gone off. Spurs could be in. It's an overhit ball. And Kulusevski isn't going to get there. We will have a goal kick with about 90 seconds to go in the half. But that Paqueta chance is just annoying me. It really is. He should have done so much better. So much better with that. Just going to have another look here. That had gone off. Yeah, that had gone off. Nowhere near Kulusevski, actually. Way too much power on it. The Celsius caused him problems. He stepped up, to be fair. He has definitely stepped up. Without Maddison in the squad. So it's 1-0. We've got about a minute to go now as Fabianski takes the goal kick. One chance for either side, probably. Just put some pressure on that. Hopefully that will go out for our ball. It doesn't. Spurs are going to get a chance to go forward. That is some good. That's some lovely interplay there to get around Alvarez. He just looks absolutely helpless trying to get back. And yeah, Emerson isolated against Kulusevski again. Lovely ball through. This is great football from Spurs. I hate to say it, but it is. And they could be in for 2 here. At the worst time. Oh my God, they've hit the post. Zuma blocks it. Hits the post and goes out for a corner. I think Zuma's blocked it off the post anyway. Hasn't gone in, that's the important thing. Lo Celso is well onside. Zuma gets across. He has here against his own upright. And fortunately out for a corner, which there shouldn't be enough time to take. But Spurs are going to be allowed to take it. Pedro Porro to whip it in. This is a game-defining moment here. Can we get this away, hopefully? Straight up in the air. Half-time. We are lucky it's 1-0. We are lucky it's 1-0. That's all I have to say. I am going to go and refill my drink. And I will be back and we will chat through what's happened in that half. At least, unlike the back of Tapala game, a lot has happened. But a lot of it poor, unfortunately, from a West Ham perspective. I will see you in a minute. And here we go, we're back. Okay, we have refilled the drink. I said I needed a lie down. I might still have one at half time, but this is not a fun watch at the moment. A few of you watching it at the moment, if you've got any opinions, let me know. But there is a lot to talk about, mainly Spurs' chances. But that Paqueta one, since it happened, it's just been annoying me. It really has. He should have done so much better with that. In a game where you're not getting many chances, why has he tried to head it when it's at knee height? And he's got it so wrong. It's just, no one's really on it today. Kudus is making a nuisance of himself, but to be fair, he's up against a really poor opponent. Kufau's not in the game defensively. Attacking, he's okay. Apart from that, Emerson's like driving forward okay, not defending very well. The main problem is, for me, how can you pass it between the two centre-backs that easily? How can you just drill it into their feet between the two centre-backs? It's so poor. Once they take a touch, someone should be on them, but they're allowed to turn before anyone gets anywhere near. That's probably the main thing for me. The midfield's doing nothing. Individually, they're just doing okay, but they're not working together. Ward-Prowse is just on for his corner deliveries. I don't think there's really an answer on the bench, though. That's the problem. If I had to do something, I'd move Paqueta back. Just even in the same system, move Paqueta back. Ward-Prowse maybe at Cam, just take Souček off. But I don't think that's what they'll end up doing. Because obviously Souček scored quite a lot of goals. But he should probably be starting on the bench. And then he can come on and get those late goals off the bench when we need a goal. Change it up a bit. But that's just not. It just doesn't happen like that for us at the moment. It's quite frustrating. But yeah, just get some opinions in the chat for me as well. That Paqueta miss is... it's just so annoying. It's just so annoying. But yeah, 1-0. We're still in the game. Spurs just scored and didn't really look... Yeah, they were trying to make it 2-0. But they weren't trying particularly hard. I think they knew they didn't have to try particularly hard. Potatoes had a 90+6. But we'll be there. Because we know if we make an attacking change, Alvarez is the one that gets sacrificed. It's not Souček. So maybe it will happen. Maybe it will happen again. So many late winners from him. Unfortunately, the 94th minute header fell to Bowen on Sunday and didn't fall to Souček. If Souček had that chance that Paqueta had, it would be 1-1. I can say that. It would be 1-1. He would have at least got on target. Every time that bloke shoots at the moment, it goes in. I mean, the corners we've had have actually been okay. I think we've only had 2, but in the corners we've had have actually been okay. But it's just far too easy for Spurs. We're not shutting down on the edge of the box. Whether they are crossing or shooting, we're just letting them do it. Bowen away, surely a goal. Maybe. But his form isn't brilliant at the moment. That is a pretty good header. Spurs have had better chances than that they haven't scored. We're lucky that Brennan Johnson's had a bit of an off night so far. But yeah, I don't expect that to continue. It's a great delivery. Yes, it is. But it's just... Again, gets beaten in the air all the time. But hopefully that Bowen goal will happen. Jack, especially when he hasn't had a chance, he does what Lampard used to do. Does nothing, the ball falls to him and he scores. 10 minutes later, ball falls to him, he scores, and he goes back to being anonymous. He will do nothing for 89 minutes and win the game. And Bo won't win the game for us, but he'll do something after absolutely dropping, not even a disaster class, because he's not being played. He's not being played in at all. Boeing, Kufau's too slow on the passing, but they're trying to highlight here that we've got 5 players marking no one. Yeah, that is a bit of an issue. There's one bloke stands on our penalty spot and he scored. That happened when we played Brighton last season. Just naive from corners. I hate zonal marking. I've always hated zonal marking. And I thought that David Moyes would probably be someone that wouldn't like zonal marking. But apparently, he now does. Maybe because Nevin used to be in charge of our set pieces and now I'm guessing someone else is. That could be a reason that we're maybe a bit worse at defending them, but I don't know. It's just whatever way you look at it, it's not looking too good. The positivity is the fact that we're only 1-0 down, and I can't really spin it any way other than that. And if we score, probably going to be Kudus. He's got a bit of endeavour about him, and he has the beating of his man. But I think Ange will see to that at half time. And we are very, very poor after half time. We've got to ride out those first 15 minutes. Or even better, try and score in those first 15 minutes. Wouldn't that be good? Especially if we know that we're going to be poor defensively. But yeah, here's Tottenham hitting the post. Just going over that. They say Tottenham hit the post. Well, Zuma actually hit his own post. So he got that seriously wrong. And that would have summed up our half if that had gone in, actually. That's the reason I've still got a little bit of optimism, the fact that that hit the post rather than going in. If that had gone in, I think it would have been absolutely curtains for us. If it goes 2-0, I still say that that probably will be it for us. We could score one. I don't see us scoring 2. But I said that a few years ago and we ended up scoring 3 in about the last 10 minutes. So maybe, just maybe we'll see that, but we don't have Lanzini in a London derby to save us this time. I just want half time to be over so we can have the rest of the game and then be done with it, but they're making us wait it out. Moyes is currently singing them a lullaby in the dressing room before the second half. Careless West Ham, this could be anything. We literally kick the ball away every time we win it. And that is another thing. I keep saying stuff is the main, but there's so many like glaring problems in this game for us at the moment. Just kicking the ball away, he said maybe. Liam Gallagher's in the chat. I don't really want to know how your garden grows, because I just want to fly. But I don't understand. They've just criticised Zuma for booting it away. The bloke had 2 players on him, and he managed to kick it forward rather than out for a throw-in. I don't really think that's fair, especially when he's been played under by his own players. But yeah, he's not very good in any means. Kudus is the best player for us. Paqueta's dropping an all-time Hall of Shame performance. The midfield doesn't work. Bowen isn't in the game. I can't pick anyone that's really had a good game because no one has. But yeah, we're only seeing promise from one player at the moment. It is Kudus out of position. Oh, they're not actually saying that there's any kind of penalty there, are they? Joe Barton wouldn't be happy watching half time. No, he'd be fuming. But the guy's so irrelevant. He's just had to say something to try and stay relevant. Like, it's just so stupid. I don't have any problem with women's commentators. It's the same with any commentator. If they're good at commentating, it's fine. I don't like Sue Smith, but it's not because she's a woman. It's because she's an awful commentator. Same as I don't like Steve McManaman. Or Dion Dublin, especially. That's a good question, actually. Worst commentator, guys. Worst co-commentator of all time. I've never heard him do it in real life, but just for FIFA, Stuart Robson's up there. Stuart Robson has to be up there. But yeah, like, genuinely, Emma Hayes, one of the best on commentary you'll get. Seriously. Her and Ali McCoy, that is the dream pairing for commentary as the co-commentators. Do we like a bit of Peter Drury? Sometimes we like a bit of Peter Drury, but he does go a bit over the top sometimes. Like, he's talking like... He thinks it's like... It deserves Shakespeare-level commentary when Everton have just scored a tap-in away at Nottingham Forest. Carragher's bad. Carragher is bad. Carragher's okay as long as Liverpool aren't playing. When Liverpool are playing, it's just... There's no effort to try and be unbiased. Neville annoys me when United are playing as well, because he tries so hard to be unbiased that he ends up just being really, really harsh on Man United the whole time, and just complaining about how bad they are. Yeah, Peter Drury thinks he's a poet. Sometimes it's really good, and sometimes... I think we should maybe save Peter Drury, rather than having him every week. Maybe we save Peter Drury and just like bring him out for like the Champions League final. Maybe the semis. Yeah, he did it for the Manolas goal. He's the guy that did like the little boy from Rosario as well, isn't he? I think. But he's definitely had some good lines, but I think he's trying too hard now. And yeah, I do like Peter Drury, but it's got to be natural. Like the one where Cole Palmer scores, he went, "City's boy is Chelsea's man." He had written that down. He had that written down. He'd been itching to say it since the moment that transfer happened. You know, you could tell. But yeah, he's okay, but it's not like prime Martin Tyler, is it? Prime Martin Tyler. He's fallen off Martin Tyler. I'm glad that he's not doing that much anymore. He just sounds bored the whole time. If he was watching this game and he was a West Ham fan, then I'd agree with him, but I don't know. I don't even know who the commentators are for this one, because I have to have it off so there's no copyright. I think I can hear a little touch of Alan Smith, who would have been absolutely delighted with that headed goal, of course. But I don't know who the main commentator is. It doesn't matter that much anyway. We're just watching some dodgy battery adverts at the moment. Got literally nothing else to do. I think half time should be basically up now. It should be about a minute and a half until we kick off again. That's assuming everything's running on time, which of course is a big assumption to make. I'm just going to move that microphone quickly. I'm sorry if that's a bit loud. That should sound a little bit better for you because it's pointing towards me a little bit more now. Oof. But yeah, I said I'd need to lie down I'm going to have one at full time after we lose, rather than doing it now. But maybe, just maybe, there is something here. This 15 minutes are the most important part of the game, because we are always terrible in the 15 minutes after half time. So if we manage to not even tough this out, because I don't want us to sit there and try and tough it out, because we'll concede. We have a go, we have a decent go, but we stay tight at the back. Then maybe there could be something here for us, but we've got to have a good start to this half. Like, Moyes needs to properly sort him out at half time, and he won't, because he never does. But you can hope, can't you? Get Kevin Nolan, have a go at him. I don't care about all these Uber adverts, man. And also, I don't want to see Mason Mount on my screen. I don't know what it's got to do with this game. Probably scores at this stadium at some point, but it looks like they're just about ready. Start getting the players out. The cones are down for them to do their little hop, skip, and jump over. See some claret and blue shorts in the tunnel. I don't think there's going to be any changes right now. If we were going to make changes, I don't actually really know who we'd bring on, and that's probably the most worrying thing. We've just got some stuff from the other games coming up at the moment. Everton are leading Newcastle with 10 to go. Oh, God. McNeil again. Oh, that's horrible from Trippier. I've gone triple Newcastle for this FPL game week. I'm finished. I had Dubravka and I had Trippier. Mate, you're playing Everton. You conceded. Seriously. I'm talking about that like we didn't lose 1-0 to Everton, but then we're not Newcastle. I think that's the only other game today. We're back out. Spurs are already back out. Subs are still warming up. Just trying to get warm. Well, we're passing the ball about. Tottenham aren't. They're just standing there. I think they're feeling pretty comfortable at the moment, and I can't blame them. I simply cannot blame them for being comfortable with the way this game has been so far. Ange is hugging someone from our bench. I don't know who it is or why he'd know them, but who cares. Yeah, Everton are winning. That's mad. I don't know how long's left in that game, because McNeil's goal was on 79 minutes. I'm guessing that game is just about done, but that's quite mad. I'm just going to get it up just to see if that game is still actually going on, or whether that's a full-time score. I think it's in its, like, literally, like, right towards the end of that game. It's 83 minutes, it's 1-0. We're underway for the second half. We've played long ball for Souček that's gone straight out for a throw-in. Start as you mean to go on, boys. But yeah, first 15 minutes need to be good. Always concede, but let's have a go at them. We are pushing forward already, guys. And we have won it high up the pitch with Souček. Kudus. Ward-Prowse. Oh, this is champagne football, West Ham. Is there a goal? No, we've decided to slow down. The flicks, the tricks, it all came out there. It's a cross from Emerson. For the first 30 seconds, we've played good football. That is your fix of flair for today, ladies and gentlemen. Come back next week. Oh, never mind. We've won it again. Come on, boys. Finally a bit of promise. Paqueta's cooking as well. I don't know why Alvarez is on the left wing. He's doing what Højbjerg did for them in the first half. But this is actually okay at the moment. Ward-Prowse should have shot. That's a very clever idea to try and play it to Paqueta, but it just wasn't on. Big start from West Ham. Good back pass there from Zuma as well. Best minute of football we've played today. Wow. And Kufau has played himself into trouble there. Zuma didn't help him with the pass, and now Spurs have won it high up the pitch. And Son's in. Son is going to try and play it across. Zuma gets in the way. But we'll go for a corner. Whew. There we go. For a minute, we were okay. But now we're right back on the defensive. But that was good football. Flicks from Paqueta, flicks from Ward-Prowse. No look passes. We almost scored. Don't be scared to pull the trigger, though. Have a few goes. Vicario is a great goalkeeper, yes. But if it's a great strike, then you'll beat him. So have a go every now and again. You don't have to have a long shot every time, but we haven't really tried it yet. Kudus had one that was well placed, but with no power on it. But we've got another corner to defend here without zonal marking. It's a dreadful delivery, but it has found its way back out to Pedro Porro. That's a good little ball as well. They're going to cross it in, away again from Souček. Now out we go, lads. Back out, early. We're quite out of position at the moment, and Spurs are winning it back. Again and again, they're recycling it very well. They're going to have a strike here. Oh, that was not too far away. I think, who is that? Is that Porro? I think it might be. Turn around so I can see your shirt. Yeah, it's Pedro Porro. I remember having longer hair than that, I think. But yeah, they don't mind having a long shot, Spurs. And Pedro Porro, even when it's off target, he whips it really well. He really gets around the ball. I haven't really paid much attention to him in the past, but I mean, if you've watched, I know he has a decent long shot on him, but the technique has been very consistent and very good. If you let him have any more, he will find his range. They've just shown the lineups here, but if you want to see the lineups, obviously they're scrolling down the bottom of the screen at the moment. That is better play. That looked like a handball from their player, but Bowen is offside anyway, so it doesn't matter. So yeah, as seen, Fabianski, it hasn't changed. Both teams are apparently playing a 4-2-3-1 as well, by the way. Obviously, it's more fluid than that in the game, as is more of a 4-5-1 or even a 5-4-1 at times, but for them, it does seem to be more of a 4-2-3-1, but with one of the CDMs getting forward at a time, with it normally being Højbjerg. Bowen's out on the left at the moment. Don't know what he's doing out there. Basuma's won it off him, but Bowen's done well and kept it on. But then it's gone off. Unlucky there. He's doing okay. He's doing okay, Bowen. I think he's out on the left, and it's like just showing a bit more for us. But does that mean Paqueta's in the middle? What are we doing? We have changed up a bit. Bowen seems to have stayed over on the left. I think Bowen might be up front now. That made the most sense to why he's over there. I think Bowen might have moved up front for the second half. Oh, that's a dodgy ball through the middle. We've won it high up the pitch again. Not for our own skill, but through Spurs being poor in the last few minutes. Which means we need to make the most of it. Decore's just scored a second for Everton, guys. Everton beating Newcastle. Who saw that one come in? That means I think Luton are toast as well. Kudus, just pass it back, mate. Easy ball. Easy ball. What are you doing? What are you doing? Kufal's literally there waiting for the ball and just standing there and you've lost it. That's just very poor in my book. I can't think of really a better way to describe it. That's a good tackle from Kufal. Second one is a foul on a doggy though, unfortunately. And we'll get the free kick there. But there are signs in this half at the moment. But then there was in the opening 5 against Palace, and then we conceded a very, very weak goal. But yeah, Spurs a bit sloppy at the moment. Us a little bit better going forward, but still wasteful and still quite sloppy at the back. So Spurs have come down a little bit at the moment. I do think we've got a little bit better. We've got a bit better, yeah. I'm not gonna. Don't need to be completely negative, do we? We are playing a bit better. We are being a bit more expressive. But yeah, I do think Bowen's up front now. And Ward-Prowse appears to be in front of the other two as well, which was exactly what I was asking for. That's a decent little cross there. I don't know if Brennan Johnson's offside. Kufal has his arm against his side. Spurs want a penalty. I don't think they'll get one for that. I think it'd be very harsh if they do. His arm couldn't have been more against his side if he tried. But there was big appeals. But I'm guessing you're going to appeal for anything. Any team would. I know. We don't tend to appeal for that much apart from Paqueta. Paqueta loves a good appeal for something. That is great skill there from Spurs, but they have ended up losing it. Could have been a foul there by Paqueta. He's tried to play. That was never on. A Travella from his own half tried to find Bowen. Bowen might not even have been onside. He was never going to get there. That's really wasteful. And Kulusevski dancing into our box now. Romero is really far forwards. Okay, Kulusevski again here. He's happy to go slow. Good tackle, Emerson. That is textbook defending for a one-on-one there. Good from him, and we'll take the throw in. They're telling us to wait. This is not a penalty. Yeah, that's not a penalty. It's hit him on the sleeve anyway. Okay, just below the sleeve. It's hit him about here. It's very tight. It hasn't been given, and Bowen's countering now. Kudus is in acres. He's found Kudus, but the pass isn't brilliant. Ward-Prowse on the overlap. Kudus from range. Bowen's in from the deflection. Bowen scored. I think he might be offside. I don't know. Bowen's celebrating. It does say 1-1. We've scored out of nothing. Whether it's going to count or not, I don't know. I think he might have been offside when Kudus shot, but we're going to ignore that, and we are going to celebrate the goal for now. It is 1-1 at the moment. Should have stuck money on it. Maybe. I don't know. They're complaining about something. I think Bowen was offside, personally. He did look offside when Kudus took the shot, but we don't know. I'm really hoping that he isn't, and hoping that it's 1-1. And out of nothing, that we've managed to get ourselves back in the game. Regardless of if whether this counts or not, we need to keep playing like this. Especially if it does go to 1-1, the goal counts, yes. Then we need to go for it a bit. We don't want to sit back now, because they do not like us playing it forward at all. Bowen is well onside. That should count as a goal. I don't see any reason why it wouldn't. It's a massive, massive slice of luck for us. Yeah, I thought it was off as Kudus struck it. That's why I said that, Jack. But there should be no problem with that. It should be 1-1. A slice of luck, But now we've got to capitalise and keep playing well. 1-1. 1-1. Keep going at them, please. Don't sit back. Don't waste it now that we've had a bit of something go our way. Massive bit of fortune there. But it's here for the taking now. Good finish by Bowen. Jack said that he'd score. He's away from home. Out of nothing, he scores. Decent limbs in the crowd as well. Lip reading Brennan Johnson there. He's not very happy. Are we going to capitulate or are we going to keep going? No, Souček shields it. Doesn't go out. And Spurs might win it back here. I think they have. Even if it came off a Spurs player, yeah, it has gone for throwing to us. Yeah, Jack, what I'm saying is at the moment that Kudus kicks the ball, I thought he might have been offside. And that would have gone as offside even after the deflections because they didn't play intentionally. But it's a goal, so we don't even need to worry about that. 1-1! Okay, it's still good play from Spurs, but Alvarez wins it. Alvarez has gone the whole time about getting booked as well. Jack, if you want a bit of a money spinner, normally him getting a yellow card is, but he didn't get one last week, actually. And if we try and go for the game, he will be the one that goes off. So I probably wouldn't risk that, but at the start of a game, it's never a bad idea. Can we just keep that on, please, Emerson? He has, but he's giving it to Kulusevski. I don't know whose ball that's going to be. It's our throw-in. We're doing okay now. Spurs are back on the attack, but you'd expect that after they've just conceded. They're going to need a reaction. It's much better from us. Much better from us. We scored due to a bit of good luck, I'd say. I wouldn't even say it's an error from them. I'd say we had a bit of good fortune. But that's part of their tactics. They play the high line. They run the risk of something like that happening. So, we will take it. And Mr. Moyes' high line tactics, Mr. Moyes' booty long tactics do work against the high line is what I'm trying to say. So, there is certainly, even before we scored, there was something here for us at 1-0. That's what I was saying at the end of the first half. The fact that it's still 1-0 means that we could turn up. We could play a lot better. Paqueta's won it back again there. Bowen over on the left. Yeah, again, I can't work out what he's actually trying to do. Whether he is a striker or whether he is actually playing out on the left. Or whether they're drifting or what. I think he's meant to be up front. But it's working. It looks more like 4-4-2 with like Souček kind of out wide. Bowen's 9th for the season there. Top English goal scorer you can see if you're watching the game on Prime. Good little stat to have. Obviously, there is the tax of Harry Kane no longer being in the league. But we will certainly take that. It's a good little ball there from Romero. But Brennan Johnson's lost it again. And Kudus should be on his way here. Johnson can't even foul him. Go on, Mohamed. Go on, Mo. He's slowed down. I don't mind that. Kufal's made a brilliant run. I don't know if he's onside or not, but he has got there. Okay, Doggy's managed to get away. It's Kufal. Go on your own, son. He doesn't. Ward-Prowse. Shoot. He's found Paqueta. Shoot. Yo! No power behind it. No power behind it. Did it bring up Cole Palmer? Was he on there? I didn't see. He's got 5, hasn't he? I think Gordon was like at the bottom of the table with 6. Ward-Prowse, I think, had a better shot on that. Paqueta had the chance to cut in there and hit it on his strong foot. But Spurs are rocking at the moment. Make the most of it, please. Because they will come back into the game. That, like, even if they're poor for the rest of the game, they'll have a 5-10 minute spell where they're on top of us. They do normally. So, well, that happens in any football match. Whoever you're playing against, they do have a spell. While we're having a good spell, we need to keep piling it on. Another 2v1 here, which has been quite a theme in this game. With those overlaps, either from the CDM or from the wing back for Spurs. Played in. Oh, someone's gone down. Advantage is being played, I think. No, they've decided they want the free kick. Think it's against Emerson. This is in a very good position as well. Let's have a look. It did look like a free kick to me. I don't know if he's actually caught him or not. Looking at the replay, I don't know if he's actually caught him. Let's have a look from this angle. It's so far. I'm guessing he has. But that's very, 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 very fast. That's gone. So, okay, he has booked him as well. Yeah, I mean, fair enough. But yeah, it didn't look like there was too much contact, but when it's that quickly, you're not going to see it properly. So, it's more like that I'm wrong than the ref is wrong with that. Number 18 is standing over it, bit of Lascelles, so. Pedro Porro as well, so obviously they can shoot, they can go with an in-swinging or an out-swinging cross. This is a big opportunity, especially based on how we've defended set pieces and crosses so far today. After we've done that work scoring, this would be absolutely typical of us. I'm quite nervous about it. Aguirre is trying to stay touch tight to his man this time in Romero. Romero's got a slight height advantage. But whatever, I think this has to be an in-swinger. I think an in-swinger would be more of a problem for us at the moment. They've decided to go out to the edge of the box. Massive block from Jared Bowen. And come on, let's counter. Let's counter, boys. Udogie doesn't look comfortable there. Make him play back. They have. Straight out, straight back to the goalie. There we go. I was worried about that. I think Spurs made the wrong choice there. Playing it across. They do like a long shot, or even playing it back across so they can cross it back in after a check back. So that's another free kick to Tottenham. But at least we're showing a bit of endeavour now. We're at least trying to get on the ball a bit more. Massive block from Bowen. Chucks himself in the way. Hits him right up the bum crack. Looks a bit of a painful one. Paqueta's on the floor. No, he hasn't dived this time. He's just slipped over. Højbjerg goes flying again. His body's all over the place. There's a bit of a London derby on our hands now, ladies and gents. Go on, Paqueta. Lovely tackle from him. Ward-Prowse doesn't really want it there, though. Well cleared. Well cleared. And Bowen's still got it. Go on, Jared. Never mind. I think the slipperiness is starting to come into play for both teams a bit here on the ball. A few people have left the ball behind. They've tried to drag it forward or even push it forward, and it just hasn't worked properly. Happened a lot for Bowen and Kudus, but it's happened for some of their players as well, especially Kulusevski. That's poor from Paqueta. I think he's just trying to make sure he didn't foul anyone. But it's coming back to us. There's a bit of pinball going on in the middle at the moment. Emerson gets it out of that area. He's away. Something's happened. It's been pulled back for a yellow card to someone. I'm not sure if it's their player or Alvarez. I'm not sure who's been booked there. We had a big advantage there, though. Oh, that's very late from Porro, yeah. That is extremely late from Porro. That's a textbook yellow card. We should have played the advantage. You can go back and book him after, though. Emerson did well there. But that's a really silly booking to make. The ball's already gone. You might as well get back in position without taking the booking. Because the ref could easily have played advantage there, and then you've got a booking and you haven't broken up the play. We have made it through the first 15 minutes, and we've scored. So that's at least something different. Still not confident of anything here, but we're still in the game after 60 minutes. We're still levelling the score after 60 minutes, which is quite good, and we're at least showing signs when we attack. Alvarez has won that no problem off Son. I don't know if going all the way back was the right idea there, but safety first, I guess, especially after what happened against Crystal Palace. Udogie had no one near him there, and he's just headed it straight to Kudus. Reminiscent of Paqueta in the first half. Go on, ball across. We will take the corner. Come on, West Ham. We will take the corner. Ward-Prowse outswinger. His outswingers are better than his inswingers as well. A lot more unpredictable. A lot more of the time they seem to land in the right place. The problem for me with the inswingers is actually that they're too precise. They're always on the same spot, and the goalie gets to cover them quite well, or Souček just heads them out for a goal kick. With the outswingers, they seem to be a lot more generous to us. They seem to catch the wind the right way quite often. They seem to land in the right place quite often. Sorry, not Emerson and Paqueta. No one's got there. Kudus has gone for an overhead kick and his own man's got in the way. It's a good ball across. Oh, was that touched out for a corner? I think it might have been. I think we've got a bit of lag on the YouTube. I apologise for that if that's true. I've just had a little notification come up about that. Quite often they seem to land in the right place quite often. Yeah, it has. Okay, I will sort that out, don't you worry. Yeah, I think we're okay. Okay, another corner for us. Yeah, we're good. Obviously, Ward-Prowse to whip it in again. This one is even better, but it's headed away. Went over Souček. I wouldn't go with the easy ball out here. I think you've got to try and play out to Ward-Prowse. Souček must be offside. It's a great save by Vicario. And I think the flag has gone up. I think it has. Yeah, it has. Lovely ball over, though. I do apologise if it's a little bit jumpy, the footage at the moment. But just stick with us, guys. That will get better. Yes, Souček is a country mile offsides. I think it was meant to go to Ward-Prowse. So it was worth having the hit anyway. Just in case you're on, as I said when Kudus was in a similar situation earlier. But we are pushing Tottenham back here. This is a much better performance. They don't want it here. Davies, can we win it off him? He's forced to kick it out. Souček tries to win it, and Spurs, very, very fortunately, have managed to get out of this. Oh dear. That is a complete dive, and Spurs have got a free kick. He's just shielding him for me. We'll see if there's a yellow card or anything else from that. Let's have a look. Yeah, I see why the ref's giving it, but it's weak. It's weak. Seems to be every season it gets weaker and weaker what constitutes as a foul, though, so is what it is. Okay, Højbjerg trying to play it through here. Some good little fast play from Spurs there, but we've got it away again. The defence has been a lot more resolute early on in this half, and we do win a throw there. Never mind, it's gone to Tottenham. Yeah, I mean, not too many protests from Kudus, so it might have hit him. It might have hit his foot. Not the best view for me, but yeah, it seems to be that Bowen is up front now. He seems to be shifting between the two, and he's running that line quite well. I do think he's still better on the right, but with the players we've got, it probably is the best system we can play at the moment. He's going to be more effective, even if he's not as effective as he is on the right. He's going to be more effective than Ings or Mabama, so I think it's probably the right idea. That should be an advantage for us. The referee hasn't signalled one, though. We just need a good ball here, Emerson. That's not great from him. He's running into trouble, but we've got away with it. Managed to get away. There is a proper game on here. This could go either way. As Kudus goes forward. Again, he's slowing it down. I'd like to see him drive there. That's a terrible ball. What are you doing, Kudus? Luckily, Son doesn't have the legs to get on the end of it. That was so stupid. That's just unbelievable. It's just... He was having a decent game as well, but just some careless passing from him. Careless passing. Wasn't anywhere near any of our players. He just played one of their blokes in. It's exactly like what happened against Palace. Not as bad as it was further back, but to concede another goal like that would have been so frustrating. We had a promising attack on there as well. And when you're committing men forward, as we are doing, which I want us to do, you've got to be better quality than that. You've got to have better quality. Spurs just knocking it around on the edge of the box now. It's not looking too good. Lo Celso does look like he wants to hit it, but they'll just play it back. They'll start again, Tottenham. They're quite comfortable doing this. Some nice slick passing from them, but not getting anywhere at the moment. We can let them do this, but as soon as it moves forward, you do have to pounce. You do have to be ready for it, because they are looking for that ball. You can tell, but they're being patient, and that's fair enough. That's fair enough. I think that's what I'd want to do in this situation. Romero with some space to drive. Kulusevski's still on. There's a few players on now, actually. Bowen intercepts. There we go. Well defended, West Ham. Held our shape and then won it back at the right time. Kudus could be away here as well. It's flicked back by Kudus. That was a brilliant idea. Kufal doesn't get there. You don't need to jump in around and theatrics, so mate. Just get on with it. I think Kudus was annoyed with himself more than anything else there. It's a good idea. You can't blame Kufal. It's behind him. You definitely can't blame Kufal. Kudus couldn't even see Kufal, so he doesn't know if he's messed it up or not. Back to Bissouma now, though. Tottenham back on the edge as they were earlier. This time they do use Kulusevski, who's got a proper wonderful left foot on him at times, but that was straight down the throat of Fabianski. He says thank you very much. Richarlison coming on. It's a double sub actually. Oliver Skip is coming on as well. Their midfield does need a bit of shoring up last few minutes. Højbjerg hasn't been in the game in the second half as much. Oh, it's been left there. They could be in his Spurs. No, Kufal gets in the way. It's hooked away by Fabianski. And that is the main problem with Fabianski. He's absolutely shanked it. And Kudus has tried to play basketball. Free kick to Tottenham, and I think they're going to make their subs now as well. Richarlison and Oliver Skip. Richarlison is coming on for Højbjerg. Yep, expected. Who's Skip coming on for then? I did say Højbjerg could be coming off. Good first half from him. Poor second half. I think he was made to sit back a little bit more and it didn't really work for them. So I'm guessing this is a new system. Ange will always go more attacking, won't he? And I don't blame him. Based on the first half performance, I don't blame him for trying to get control back and trying to go a bit more attacking. And we're also seeing the end of Lo Celso as well in favour of Oliver Skip, which means they are playing two up front, or is someone playing at cam? Is one of the wingers going in at cam? They said Kulusevski can play there. Maybe he's going in at cam, I don't know. They're just talking about it at the moment, but my best guess would be that they've gone a flat 4-4-2. Obviously with almost a 4-2-4 even, because they're going to be attacking. Romero almost got there. Brilliant save by Fabianski, who has gone down injured. I think that's what he needed to do there, actually, is go down injured. He has run into a Gerd a little bit. Fabianski was well in his rights to go for it. Something I think has been thrown on the pitch as well. I don't know. Let's just see what happens here. Fabianski gets a massive punch on it and they just all collide with each other. Ben Davies, Thomas Souček is involved. Aged, Alvarez and Fabianski just all piling on top of each other. I think everyone's okay, fortunately. But yeah, no foul there from anyone. No one did anything wrong. That's just going to happen when the ball comes into the box. They've all contested it fairly from both teams. That's proper random. That 27 is quite badly printed on a Gerd Schultz. I know no one cares about that. And I presume... Okay, we're going to restart from the same position. I was expecting us to go back to the goalkeeper. I was expecting us to have to kick it back to them. We are going to do a drop ball from the exact position we were in, which I think has been a rule maybe last year as well. Keachers, get in there, Bowen. I agree. I absolutely agree. Get in there, Jared. I was saying in the first half, he's been poor, but give him the opportunity. Give him that one opportunity and he'll score from it, and he has. If only he had that Paqueta chance in the first half, or even Souček had it. Spurs are starting to find a groove again now, though. Obviously, those subs are going to make something happen, and Moyes will wait a little bit before making subs. He's very reactive with his substitutions, always is. Just trying to work it along the edge of the box before finding that killer pass again. Tottenham, as they've done so well so far this evening. Again, gets in the way. We can't stop the corner. That was almost another own goal. Spurs will get another corner, and I'm very nervous about the corners today. I really am. Normally, I'm okay with the corners, but this season, yes, we're okay at attacking them, but we're not very good at defending them, and I do think that is because we don't have Nevin doing it anymore. I really do. For anyone that doesn't know, he's one of our coaches. He works with England as well at set pieces, but he hasn't been with us this season. I think he's moved on. I don't blame him. I don't blame him at all. Got a Conference League winners medal, though, so that's what it's all about. Good ball in. Richarlison's there. He should have scored. That's a terrible miss from Richarlison. Unmarked, standing on the penalty spot. Just has to head it down. He does head it down, but he heads it wide to the post. That is a massive let-off for West Ham from yet another cross. Zuma misses him completely. That is so close. Koufal puts his hands in his back. I don't think there's enough for a penalty, though, but that is a little bit naughty. That is so close. And that was criminal defending. We've absolutely got away with one there. That's our warning shot, West Ham. Got to sort it out now. I just can't believe he's missed that. I absolutely can't believe he's missed that. Richarlison's trying to make up for it now, though. And that throw-in's gone our way. Okay, it must have hit Richarlison's foot on the way off. I can't believe he hasn't scored. Guys, in the chat, I'm guessing you feel the same if you are managing to watch this game. Really, really poor miss from Richarlison. There was millimetres in it, but has gone the correct side of the post from my point of view. Go on, Alvarez, again, son, again. Okay, it's out into the middle now. I am going to shout with them a lot over the next 20 minutes. Plus injury time, and I think we will get a decent chunk of that as well. Even if there's no injuries or even subs, there will be 4 minutes minimum. And, yeah, maybe Souček will score in one of them again. Who knows? Hopefully it's in their goal as well, not ours. Lot of space here for Romero to run into. That's been the case literally all night. They are again just shifting it. Spurs, that's a poor pass, and we are going to counter. Bowen's in! Bowen's in! Find him! No, he hasn't! He didn't see him, Kudus. He's going alone, and he's lost the ball. Not very good from him tonight at times. Bowen was in his own half, so obviously onside. They're playing an exceptionally high line. Romero was forward, because obviously he was carrying the ball until they lost it. So they were well out of position. Massive opportunity there. Massive opportunity, and I think a lot of people aren't going to talk about that enough, but that really could have been a big chance for us. And it wasn't the hardest ball in the world. Like, obviously, like playing a through ball, especially in the air, which probably would have been better with that kind of accuracy, can be hard. But he had half a pitch to aim for there. As long as he didn't overhit it, Bowen just had empty space to run into. He had a big margin for error on that pass as well. A lot of you, especially if you're neutral, will not think that's a big chance. But for us, I think that's a very, very frustrating one, because that was big potential to make something happen, and it was just wasted. That's well within Kudus' range to do a pass like that as well. I would say Paqueta does it quite well normally, but the way he's been playing this game, probably not. Yeah, but yeah, we're just sitting in a bit too much now, I think. Spurs, even thinking about long shots every now and again now. What we have done well the last few minutes is just pouncing on the errors at the right time, being patient. But we do just have to hook that one away. It's Romero against Bowen. Bowen loses his footing a little bit. Played out wide. Son's in space, so he's got Richarlison inside him. Just stand him up. Fine skip. Lovely little 1-2. The give and goes from Tottenham have been good all night. It's found Porro. He's going to strike it. Well done, Fabianski. It's an expected save. But it did come at him quite quickly, so I'm glad he's made it. Porro with far too much space there. You probably would have expected him to shoot across. And they've taken the corner very, very quickly. Brennan Johnson looks offside. No flag. But we do get it away. Now drive, Kudus. Come on. Too slow again. Too slow again. Emerson wins a free kick. He was looking for it, but it is a foul. Kudus, it's just been... It looks like he's got lead in his boots tonight. He needs to just progress us forward a bit more. And it is a decent save from Fabianski. One he has to make. One you'd be very disappointed if he didn't make, but credit to him, he did get there. Especially when he hasn't been playing very much. Credit to Fabianski so far tonight. The way he's dealt with the crosses has been much better than usual. And probably will consider some more subs soon, regardless of what happens, whether we score, they score, or nothing. Moyes will bring on 4 now with 5 minutes to go. And it's won there by Ward-Prowse. Thing is, when Kudus was up front, he was targeting Davis. Oh, that's a dreadful back pass! We have hit the post. Ward-Prowse scores! Scores! Get in! That is terrible from Tottenham Hotspur. Vicario could be sent off as well for handling it. He's made a diving save from a back pass, which is not legal in the slightest. I don't know what's happened there, but out of nothing, easy ball back to the goalie. They've completely messed it up. Vicario's handled it, and we've scored. Is it just me, or should Vicario at least get booked for that? You can't make a diving save from a back pass, can you? I don't see any reason that wouldn't count as well. They played the pass. But yeah, Romero headed it. Udogi's turned. He's tried to go back. Bowen's put Vicario under pressure. He's handled it. Ward-Prowse has shot against the post and then kicked it in off the rebound. There should be no reason that doesn't count. There should be some kind of punishment for Vicario here. Because you can't make a diving save to stop someone scoring off a back pass, can you? You can't get sent on double jeopardy. But the thing, he's not allowed to play the ball with that part of the foot. If it's an honest attempt for the ball, Jack, he doesn't get sent off. But if you're making an honest attempt for the ball with your hands, it's a different law. But I don't think anything will get given. I don't think anything will get given for that. It would have been an indirect free kick rather than a penalty, obviously, anyway. Ward-Prowse makes the goal celebration. And we're 2-1 up at Tottenham after playing really badly. Will we hold it out? Probably not. We've got to try and score again. We have to try and score again. Good ball there into Son. Good tackle from Ward-Prowse. And Kufal might get it away here. Yeah, but we have scored. We've scored twice. I wasn't expecting that. That has gone out for a Tottenham throw, I think. Yep. 15 minutes plus injury time to go. So probably about 20 minutes to go. We need to try and score again. And Bowen can't win it there. Kufal can. And up we go. Yeah. 72% win probability, 5% for Tottenham. That is very, very optimistic from Prime. I put ours maybe at about 40 at the moment. That's a dreadful touch from them. Spurs are falling apart again. Get a third, please. As I said, they will have another 5 minutes. Ange teams come at you for the last 5-10 minutes massively, and I don't think we'll hold out. We need another goal. We need another goal. It's who we are, though, mate. It's who we are, as he says. Poor touch from Paqueta again. The bloke literally hasn't turned up tonight. Very late there, but I don't think he actually made contact with the man. He was that late. Udogi bringing it forward. Kudus has had a poor 5 minutes as well. If him and Paqueta manages to get themselves into gear, at least even for one attack, we might have a chance. As Davies gets it into the box, Porro slices it for a goal kick. That could have gone really badly. We're 2-1 up out of nothing. Spurs... yeah, I don't even need to comment. It's just Spurs being Spurs. Now we've got to make sure we don't do what we normally do under Moyes. But I still don't know why why he's been allowed to do that. Why he's been allowed to make a diving save. But it doesn't matter because we've scored. It doesn't matter because we've scored. But yeah, Jack, what I'm saying about the double jeopardy thing is it only counts if you've made a genuine attempt for the ball. If you haven't made a genuine attempt for the ball, I think Bowen might be offside here, but I don't know. If you haven't made a genuine attempt for the ball, which includes using your hands when you're not allowed to, you can still get sent off. Regardless of whether it ends in a goal or not. It's all about whether you make a proper attempt for the ball, and diving with your hands, for me, wouldn't be, but... yeah, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter too much. Just got to try and absorb these attacks here. Porro with that's a lovely whipped ball in. Kufal manages to get out of the box though, but I think Son is going to hold on to it. They've given the free kick against Kudus. I don't think he really could have got his hand out the way there, but I understand why it's been given. Referee just told him to hold it there. Yeah, Kudus didn't move his arm. It was already there. Bit unnatural, yes. Yeah, like, not too much to say about that. Get why it's a free kick. Get why you say it's not a free kick. And it's another deluge of crosses coming in from Spurs here. They've scored from one earlier. They've come close a few times again. The deliveries have been pinpoint. Our defending has been poor. Son's going to be the one to whip it in. Headed away by Paqueta. And back out it goes. Whew, breathless. But yes, get in, Prowsey. Keach. You know, man. You know. Come on. Kulusevski with a lot of space here. Paqueta's just got to stand him up. Porro looking frustrated. Well done, whoever that was. I think it was Emerson. Did really well. He got round Kulusevski. Managed to play a good pass, and now he's got it back. There's not really much on for him, though. Paqueta, Bowen, I think, is just offside. They're playing the line so high. Even if the flag goes up, which I think it will. Yeah, we're really far back. Bowen's played it across. Still no flag. Okay, we're going to be allowed to play on then. We're going to be allowed to play on because it's too far back now. Paqueta's in acres. Paqueta's in acres. Oh, we're going to go for cross. That is dreadful again from Kudus. But we do get the throw in. He's not had a great game tonight. How many goals did its Cabo bag yesterday? I only got one, actually. It was a good goal, though. Good goal, though. Proper got behind it. It would be a huge win. It would. It would. We would come lose to Fulham after, but it would be a huge win. Kufau's going for a proper long throw here. He's taking his time over it. The ref told him to hurry up. Good. Someone in the crowd just shouted expletives at him. These Kufau throws never go far enough, and they haven't there either. Just short of Kurt Zouma. And Tottenham could be away with Richarlison. And apparently that's a foul by Ward-Prowse. I do agree, and it's a yellow card. Had to be, unfortunately. I got one. Abdul got another double hat-trick. He's just cooking these days. He's just cooking. Yeah, that is a foul. Richarlison hasn't made too much of it either. Ward-Prowse kind of had to do it, I guess. I don't think Richarlison was really going anywhere, but he's trying to not run the risk of him getting away. So yeah, I see why he's done that. Oliver Skip isn't it around there? GTA 6 Ops, I'm so looking forward to it, man. We need a game. I was talking about this yesterday, actually, with some of my mates. You need a game. Is that the Allianz Arena? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Well spotted, Coach. That was from last year. Summer last year, actually. 18 months ago now. Wow. This is some good play from Tottenham Hotspur, unfortunately. Lovely tackle by Kudus, though. And he has tried to find Bowen. Has found Bowen. Ref lets us play on, and Kudus could be away. It's a one-on-one with Romero. It's overhit by Kufau. We need a game. Jesus, you can play chill. You can play competitive if you want to. Anything. A game where it is literally GTA 5 and Minecraft. Literally, the only things to offer it. It's open world. You do what you want. Because every other game, whether it's Fortnite, FIFA, Overwatch, I'm trying to think of other ones. Everyone just sweats at it, and it's not fun. If you're decent at the game, but don't sweat it out, it's no fun. If you're crap, you're playing against other people that are crap, and it's okay. But if you are, like, okay at the game, but you don't absolutely try hard at it, it's just not fun. And I think we need GTA 6. We need GTA 6. Miami Beach looks very fun as well, I've got to say. I might take my Lambo down there at some point. Probably about 5 minutes after the game comes out. But I will have to delete everything on my PlayStation to play it by the looks of things. I'm also going to have to start saving up now because the price tag is going to be hefty. Rockstar have been talking for so long about how, oh, that's handball from Bowen. We've been allowed to play on. Rockstar have been talking for so long about, oh, how if you play the game loads, if it's one that's really replayable, it deserves to be worth more money. They're trying to justify a big price tag. Yeah, graphics are going to be insane. Everything's going to be ray traced. Ray tracing in those old 18 plus clubs, my friend. Billy Hayes is really looking forward to that, I can tell. That's a lovely little ball through to find Brennan Johnson. Porro puts it across, he's just hit Emerson. Spurs are starting to force the issue now. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to GTA 6. It's just a shame it's so long away. Because COD is terrible. I don't know what's going on with Fortnite. EAFC is its own thing that I will probably make a video on soon. You guys know that I don't like making negative videos, so I'm trying to put two spins on it. I want to make a video talk about why I don't like it that much, but I also want to make a video that will be a lot shorter about what I think they've actually done well. So I think there are a few things that are actually like promising for the future. Adogi's in on the edge of the box here. Souček stands him up, goes back to Son. Hourly paid for the game. I heard the owner wanted to do. That'd be mad. Hourly. They might make it a subscription to play GTA. I think that's the next stage. Making stuff a subscription. EA talked about doing that. Okay, looks like it's going to be some substitutions now. Brian Gill's coming on as is coming on as is Saar. That is going to be last action of the day for Bissouma. He's been okay. He's been okay. He's had some really good performances recently. He wasn't on that level today, but he was good enough. I think Brennan Johnson's number's up as well. If Brian Gill can finish, we will be in trouble. But yeah, we've got away with a few from Brennan Johnson today. Good movement, good on the ball, couldn't finish. He dropped literally a side Bimran performance. We still have 5 subs remaining. And that is slightly worrying because we have got games every 3 days for the rest of the month and we have made no subs. I don't know, maybe we're going to change the starting 11 against Fulham, but I doubt it. I doubt it, and they will have an extra day's rest over us as well. Romero again carrying it forward here. Tottenham being very positive, but they have lost it again, but Paqueta's lost it back. And now they've got another chance to whip it in. Oh, that's poor from Paqueta. Porro's dancing through. Well done, Fabianski. Well caught. Pedro Porro is posing such a threat at the moment. He's been very good. He's been very good. And Brian Gill was coming in on that right at knots as well. Fabianski, brave going for it. He had to handle it. Well, if he spilt that at all, Brian Gill would have been in. It's a long ball from us. Bowen has had a foul against him there. They've both just jumped up for the ball. Davies wasn't really even complaining, but the free kick's been given. And now we've got to get back in shape again. Kulusevski, again, he's waiting for that Porro support. This is getting really tense now. Ugh. Hammers need to get another goal. And that's a lovely ball through. Richarlison could be in one-on-one here. Well done, Fabianski. He got off his line well. That's normally a problem with Fabianski, that he's really slow at getting forward. It wasn't there. That is yet again a concern, though. Straight between the 2 centre-backs. If that was a well-weighted pass, he was away. He did have enough space. There was enough chance for a bit less to be put on that ball. That's a lovely header from Lucas Paqueta. Bowen's going to the corner in the 85th minute. Lovely. He's looking for support. He's trying to win a corner, I think. Finds Ward-Prowse, and we will take a goal kick. Oh, it is a corner. It is a corner. I did think it was a corner. Ward-Prowse will get the chance to whip one in here. This is probably a good chance for Spurs, if they do win it back, to catch us with a few less players forward. But hopefully we can put it to bed here. Ah! Come on! Zuma's forward, Aguer's forward, Souček's forward, Kudus is in the box and Bowen's lurking as well. All of them have scored headers this season, I think, apart from Zuma. Zuma's the man on the keeper, he's doing the Antonio job. Kudus and Aguer both lurking. A lot of people congregating at the back post at the moment. Ward-Prowse puts in an absolute peach, it bounces around, good save for Vicario. Just had to kind of punch it away, good reflexes from him. Poor from Julian Alvarez. Brilliant from Emerson, because Brian Gill could have been away there if the pass was able to be made for him, but he's got in away. Kudus with a bit of a suicide pass back to Alvarez. And I think Bowen is on side here, chasing this down. The flag has gone up against him, unfortunately. I'm not sure about that one. Not sure about that one. Kudus keeps playing us into trouble, though. Oh, it's very tight, but I'd say the Lino's got that right. Probably so tight that he should have waited in case Bowen turned and scored. Emerson's down injured here. I think he slipped. He doesn't get up in time. They've played it into the box now, Tottenham. Son trying to sort his feet out. They get the shot off and it's well over the bar from Pape Sarr. Whew. 3 minutes plus injury time to go here in North London. Inexplicably, West Ham are 2-1 up. Lovely feet there from Son, I have to say. Probably should have done better with a shot, Sarr. Maybe should have gone low. Looks like Son's race is run. Valise is coming on. Haven't heard too much about him. I remember him being signed, but I haven't heard too much about him since. A bit of pace here could be a problem for us. That is the last Tottenham sub. I'd like to remind you that West Ham have made none, but they are making one now. Kudus is coming off. I don't mind that. His pace, yes, is good, but he's made a few dodgy passes in the last few minutes and he's put us under pressure. It will be Pablo Fornals, who is the first man on for the Hammers. Fornals comes on. Kudus goes off. And we've burnt about a minute there with those subs for both teams. We're at 87-48. As we get towards injury time in this game. Fabianski just did good distribution. Find Thomas Souček's head. That's all I ask you to do. He has gone for Paqueta, actually. He's tried to bring it down. Does okay, but the loose ball's fallen to Tottenham. There's been some kind of collision over on the far side. Sarr trying to be very positive, and he has been since he's come on to get it forward. Udogie again just trying to cut inside. He's done that quite well. A lot of men back for West Ham though. Typical David Moyes last 5 minutes. Brian Gill is in acres out on the left. Porro's got too much space out on the right as well. We let him put a deep cross in. Souček's there. We need to stop him putting those deep crosses in because we haven't dealt with them very well today. A lot more space for Tottenham here. They've played it into the middle again. People just get around him. It's Souček who eventually gets a tackle and 4 nows now. Trying to get forward. The bloke's got no pace. Bowen gets fouled by Romero and that should be a booking. It is a booking. Ref's been alright today. I don't know him. Well, obviously I don't know him personally, but I don't recognise him from looking at him. He's done alright today. A few little ones, but overall he's given bookings when he had to for both teams. I think he's done okay. A few of them would have bottled that booking and they would have bottled the Ward-Prowse one as well, so I think he's done alright. Bowen's limping, but he's not going to care. He got the free kick. We are actually pushing up quite a bit here. Spurs are retaining that high line. Again, we try and find Paqueta. Lovely touch from him. Flicks it over Porro. Gets on the end of it. Keeps going. Could have gone down there, but he's decided not to. He's made it to the corner. He can't win a corner, though, and I think that's going to be a goal kick. He did take a little deflection, but I think it hit Paqueta again. 15 seconds plus injury time. Yeah. Whew. Into injury time we go. Should be 4 minutes. It's 5 minutes. That's probably fair. That's probably fair. It's always at least 4. And because there's been quite a lot of stops for subs, I had them in it on to make 5. So, probably fair. We're into the first of those 5. Kulusevski is unmarked out on the wing. Again, a deep cross. Oh, I don't know where that's landing. It's landed on Emerson's head. Kulusevski gets away with a little bit of a push on him and Spurs retain possession for now. Oliver skip. Oh, we're starting to dive into tackles. Why are we doing this? Brian Gill has a chance now. We try and get across. Alvarez gets in the way. It is chaos. Go on, Souč. Win it. Please. No, Kulusevski's going to have another go. He's found Brian Gill. This is horrible to watch for West Ham. Ah! Oh, God. Tottenham, they play at such pace. Romero's got a bit of cramp, but obviously Spurs aren't going to stop because they do need to score. Fornals gets over to the other side. Romero's on his feet. Spurs with a poor pass there, but they're going to regroup. We make no effort to get forward. Kulusevski looks like he's going to shoot. It's a dreadful cross, and it goes out for a goal kick. Will Baster's on forever blowing bubbles. Hopefully we will be at full time. Keats is saying blow the whistle. We've got about another 3 minutes before that. We've got about 3.5 minutes before that happens, mate. Calm it down, not yet. Good to see you, Will Bass. How are you doing? I'll be down at Dartford soon to watch a game, by the way. You have to come and say hello. A lot of Spurs fans are leaving. I wouldn't if I were them. Fabianski's going to go long. That's to the surprise of no one. Paqueta's won it. Go on, Bowen. Put him under. Yeah, we'll have that. It's just going to stay in. Richarlison's actually won that far easier than he should have done. That's awful defending. It's fallen to Kulusevski again. That seems to happen far too much in this game. What a tackle, Naya Faguer. But they're still going to be forward here. 3 minutes to go. Easy ball to Romero. Is he going to be the one to whip it in this time? I wouldn't be surprised. He's got Porro on the overlap as well. Brian Gill has made a nuisance for himself since coming on. He really has. Udogie looks like he's going to try and whip one in from far. Okay, it's hit Alvarez. I don't know where it's hit him. Good tackle. Paqueta made a really stupid tackle there, and then someone's on the floor. It's Pedro Porro. Has he given a free kick? He has. Bowen did get the ball on the first one. Didn't on the second one, but I'm not sure if he got the man. To be fair, a draw with City is a good result. So Tottenham have got a free kick right on the edge of the area. Very dangerous, this. Pedro Porro has a great strike on him. From this angle. He will fancy whipping it. He will fancy it. 2 minutes on the clock now. 2 minutes left. I expect a shot here from Porro. Fabianski's left him a lot of goal to aim for as well. A lot of goal to aim for. It will be Porro, and it's hit someone. They want a penalty. The refs told them to wait. No, it's above sleeve. It's above sleeve. It's a corner. You will not see a penalty for that. It's hit him above the sleeve. So that's a shoulder and it is a corner. There's no way that's going to be a penalty for me. It's too high up on his arm. It's hit him on the sleeve. Okay, they're checking it. It's hit him on the sleeve. It can't be a penalty. Corner. Yes. Don't know why that took so long. But now we've had a bit of distraction. We have to defend this and defend it well. Porro to whip it in. It's a good ball in as well. It's fallen to the back post. Brian Gill's coming across it. He goes back out. Fornals starts to press as well. Sar's going to have to play his back across to Kulusevski. Paqueta's come from way too far back. It's a great football from Tottenham around the edge of the box. Oh, it's a good bit of skill, but I think Emerson's going to get there first. He is. Can he clear it? He doesn't clear it very well. He's played Kulusevski back in. Paqueta's won it this time. Paqueta goes down. And Paqueta gets a weak free kick for the Hammers. And Kulusevski has run into the advertising hoarding. There probably will be a little bit added on here for the VAR check. Yeah, Paqueta's kills, I think, are just clipped. You can't see it very well from that angle, but I think that is the right decision. I don't know what Kulusevski's doing. He didn't look like he had that much momentum. Now, can we watch the game, please? He must have crashed into the advertising hoarding. He's getting treatment off the pitch, which means that they can play on if they wish to, but I think Spurs are going to wait. Moyes is asking the question about time. I don't think there's a few seconds left. And that's it! It's happening again, Tottenham Hotspur. 1 win in 5. I thought they won the league a few weeks ago. I thought they'd won the league. Apparently not. We are now 3 points behind this Tottenham Hotspur super team. Mr. Moyes has done it again. It's game over. We have scammed a victory at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. We didn't even do anything. Tottenham just imploded. I will go as far as saying we did not do enough to win that game. Tottenham lost that game. I don't know what they're doing. It's really poor from Tottenham. They are complaining about something, as they always do. I think the ref was okay. They are absolutely incensed, that lot. We've got the victory, and I don't know how. I absolutely don't know how. Kulusevski is fuming. I can't say that we played well because we didn't. What? I don't know how we've won, to be honest. Bowen again, Ward-Prowse again. That change to put Ward-Prowse at cam made us a lot better. It did. Might start supporting West Ham because it'll improve your mental health. It is boring. Cameron was supporting Tottenham as well. Up the darts, yes. Will Bass knows. Genuinely, like... I mean, you won here as well, at least. It's Tottenham. It is Tottenham. But it's the history of the Tottenham. They actually lost this game because of Ange's tactics. Like, genuinely. If they played like a normal team instead of insisting on standing on the halfway line, then we wouldn't have got anything from that game. It is naive. It's admirable, yes, but it's stupid a lot of the time. Against a team that wants to counter-attack, why? You're just inviting them to do it even more. But yeah, I think Ange got it wrong tonight. Moyes didn't get it much better, but the second half tweaks made us a lot better, definitely. We were sound defensively in the second half. Apart from that Richarlison header from the cross, we were good defensively. So let's get some closing thoughts before we go, because I want to lay down. But we've come away with a victory. They are still whinging. Ange takes it graciously. But it's another victory at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. It's becoming a bit of an occurrence. Not just for us, but for a lot of teams. Yeah, Spurs imploded. Spurs simply imploded. Moyes is happy. He didn't contribute that much. He probably made the right sub. I actually would have maybe taken Kudus off 5 minutes earlier. He was dreadful. Paqueta really grew into it. Here are our full-time scores. Everton 3-0. Jesus! It's a week of upset. It's a week of upsets this week, isn't it? Wow. City have lost. Newcastle lost. Well, Man United got 3 points. That's surprising, but they were playing Chelsea. Wow. And yeah, we've beat Tottenham again. I'm not as bothered about Tottenham as some West Ham fans are, but it's still nice to beat them. There is rivalry there. There is certainly dislike between the clubs. They're not our biggest rivals. We're not their biggest rivals, but it's still there. Like when they play Chelsea, not biggest rivals, but there's still some dislike between us. Arsenal, for some reason, don't like us now as well, even though they got Declan Rice for a proper cut price for you, my friend Dill. Everton are out of the relegation zone when they should have lost 10 points. Everton would have been on 20 by now. That is proper Sean Dyche. Everton would be 10th. We're up to 24. 5 points between us and Chelsea. We are 3 behind league-winning Tottenham Hotspur. We are still 3 behind Manchester United. And we are only 2 behind Newcastle and 1 behind Brighton. Our football may not be the best, but I don't think you can complain about that league position. 24 points from 15. This gives us... Right, this is my take on it. We are a cup team, right, under Moyes. And I don't mind that. We will be safe now. We've got 24 points. Go and win a cup. If we beat... This is the biggest if of all time. You beat Liverpool. You're in a semi-final of the Carabao with no Arsenal, no City, no Spurs, no Liverpool. I think it'll be most likely Everton, Newcastle, who are certainly the biggest threat, but we did draw with them earlier in the season. We were very unlucky not to win. And a Championship or League One team in Middlesbrough or Port Vale. The next few weeks is the biggest part of the season, though. It's game after game after game on 3 fronts, because we still need to top that Europa League group. And we've got to just... Yeah, we've got to make sure that we haven't put too much into tonight, but I think we'll be okay. We will rotate against Fulham, they'll rotate against us. There's reason to be positive, and people will complain about Moyes' football, but you've got to be positive, because we've won the game, and I didn't expect anything from tonight, and we've won the game, so I am delighted, actually, because I didn't think there'd be anything for us there, but we've got the win. I'd like to thank you all for watching. Thank all of you that have commented in the chat as well. Keach, it's good to hear from you again, mate. Hopefully, I will see you soon. I might stream tomorrow some FIFA. I don't know. I'll put an Instagram story out and I'll let you know what I'm doing. I might let you vote on something, maybe. But I'll just let you know. But it's finished 2-1 to West Ham. Bowen with the first goal. Ward-Prowse with the second goal, courtesy of a lovely Christian Romero assist. Bye-bye, sleep well, it's Cabo. I think all the energy has been sapped out of me. So yeah, I will put something on my Instagram story about tomorrow, probably in the morning, and I'll just ask what you guys fancy me doing for a stream. But yeah, maybe we'll do the promo. I've got like 60 packs now, so we might have to do a bit of promo in. But I will see you later. Thank you for watching, everyone. I do appreciate it, and I'll